when this game always happens, especially last season, it just a little bit more juice on the field.
There definitely is, and rightfully so. Like, we're both small towns that love our football, and our kids are going to be out there and vying for their position and for a league championship.
And this is a Horned Toad squad that did defeat Tranquility High School last week, 55-0. But I mean, it feels like this team, your squad, has been wanting a chance at Dos Palos, especially what happened last year up in DP.
Oh, definitely. Our athletes are always, like, every year, I feel like when we come back, our athletes are always coming back 2 times stronger and always wanting to get that get-back game, This is definitely
on the Toad streaming network, Coalinga High School Horned Toad football is on the air.
Cosby takes the snap, drops back, throws to the left-hand side. Teixeira wide open. He's going to go into the end zone. That's a Horned Toads touchdown. And the Horned Toads draw first blood with 11:07 to go here before halftime.
Now at the call of the game, here's the voice of the Horned Toads, Brian Welch. Opportunities up in DP. What is that conversation to your team about staying cool, especially on senior night and also on the field? From Coalinga High School football is on the air as your Horned Toads take on the Broncos of Dos Palos High School for Senior Night 2024. Hi, I'm Brian Welch, the Toad Streaming Network, alongside the coach Mike Walker. I'd like to welcome you to Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl for tonight's Senior Night matchup between Dos Palos High School and Coalinga High School. Last week, Coalinga High School defeated Tranquility High School 55-0 in the final road game of the 2024 season for the Horned Toads. This is probably one of the most intriguing matchups 9-0 on this 2024 campaign, 4-0 in West Sierra League play. As for Dos Palos High School, they beat Fireball High School 27-20 last week. I mean,
as the
is
Broncos
it going to feel like a Big 12 matchup tomorrow
in
night
West Sierra League play? Tonight is the West Sierra League Championship, and my broadcast partner, Mike Walker. This is a very important game for the league, but also for seeding for both Dos Palos and Coalinga.
In a position to make plays.
It's going to be exciting too. A lot of these league games.
Hopefully, the ball goes our way and we're victorious at the end.
Easy.
And I mean, it is also senior night. I know that.
Mendota
first of all, you're going to be
and then
crying
earlier in the season,
during senior night.
I mean, I don't cry like that at all. No, I'm not that.
Yeah, it's the WSL title on the line, as well as seeding.
But I do understand that playing this game, that emotion is a catalyst to,
and tonight will be something that we'll see.
Making big plays happen. Learning as an athlete to control that emotion can take you a long way if you know how to use it. And, I think our kids are in that spot.
Well, I mean, you look at the squad right now. You got to go back to last year's match between the Toads and the Broncos. It was a 1-point loss to the Toads, and they fell to DP 21-20 up in Dos Palos.
I know that they've been there before and they understand what's at
stake. Tonight is a night that anything can happen. It's Rob Calvert versus Jose Pease, two of the great coaching giants in the league scoring off tonight.
Seniors, yeah, it is. I mean, that's probably a record that you don't know unless you are a coach. Is travel time really does deplete you as a player, as an athlete, and it's a nice little drive, about an hour and 40 minutes. So the Toads had to go that way last year up north. This time, DP has to come down this way. So emotionally, physically, psychologically, an edge really goes to the Toads just from that standpoint alone with the traveling.
I'd like to welcome you to the Horned Toad pregame show where I was able to sit down with head coach Jose Pease a little bit ago. You heard a little bit of that interview right now, but we'll play the full interview for you when we come right back after this. It is Senior Night 2024. A title is on the line tonight here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. It's Dos Palos and Coalinga up next right after this, right here on the Toad Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Horned Toad pregame show, now joined by the head coach of your Horned Toads, Jose Pease. Coach, how are you doing tonight?
We're doing great, Brian. Hope you're doing okay.
I'm doing well, Coach. Coach, this is the final game of the regular season, and it's a big one. It's Dos Palos versus Coalinga, and a West Sierra League title is on the line, and it always feels like this matchup always decides who is the champion of the West Sierra League, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? It is a rivalry game between Dos Palos and Coalinga. I mean, you've been in this rivalry for for more than 10 years. It seems like, Coach. Do you have any favorite memory?
With every team in our league, it's a rivalry, but that's been since I started.
Well, I know for me, it's kind of like you look at it. Do you have any favorite memory of going up against the Broncos?
There's a couple. I mean, every memory that I have that's good going against them, we were victorious at the end. So there's some good memories there.
And you know what? These two teams are 4-0 in West Sierra League play. Your Horned Toads are 9-0 on the season. Dos Palos 6-3. But it feels like when this game always happens, especially last season, it just a little bit more juice on the field.
Yeah. There definitely is, and rightfully so. Like, we're both small towns that love our football, and our kids are going to be out there and vying for their position and for a league championship.
And this is a Horned Toad squad that did defeat Tranquility High School last week, 55-0. But I mean, it feels like this team, your squad, has been wanting a chance at Dos Palos, especially what happened last year up in DP.
Oh, definitely. Our athletes are always, like, every year I feel like when we come back, our athletes are always coming back 2 times stronger and always wanting to get that get back game, and this is definitely one of those games that we want back from last year. And, the kids are ready to play, and they practice really well, and they know what's at stake and, everything that comes with it.
And you've had that redemption game this season already, previously at Easton against Washington Union. But especially what happened last year and how the missed opportunities up in DP, what is that conversation to your team about staying cool, especially on senior night and also on the field?
We keep it between the whistles. Definitely a conversation that we've been having since we've started, and we understand what's at stake when we let that get out of hand. And, the team has grown up a lot and matured throughout the season, and they understand more now, how that looks and how that affects us in the long run,
And this is probably one of the most intriguing matchups in the CIF section, Coach, especially with Noah Tazi and Earl O'Reilly IV, especially 1 and 2 in league play and in the league with their passing. I mean, is it going to feel like a Big 12 matchup tomorrow night at Chuck Gart Memorial Bowl?
I definitely think it's going to come down to defense. And, when we talk about defense, we bring the defense. So our kids will definitely be in a position to make plays. And, hopefully the ball goes our way and we're victorious at the end.
And, I mean, it is also senior night. I know that are you going to be crying during senior night?
I don't cry like that at all. No, I'm not that type of emotion type, but I do understand that with playing this game, that emotion is a catalyst to, making big plays happen. Learning as an athlete to control that emotion can take you a long way if you know how to use it. And, I think our kids are in that spot where, this is definitely going to be a catalyst to help them tonight and, to push forward in the playoffs and to make a run because, I know that they've been there before and they understand what's at stake, and we just got to clean everything up that goes with it.
And you do have 27 seniors, Coach. I mean, that's probably a record for Coalinga High School in probably 20 years. And this is a very special senior class, especially with a lot of your stars on this squad, especially with Noah Tazi and Dylan Texiera and also Gavin Watson. I mean, all these guys have made an impact for the Horned Toads since their first day on campus as freshmen.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of these athletes are 3 to 4 year varsity athletes, and they've been in our program and know the scheme that we run and how we run it. And, they've been a part of all the little things that have come along the way, and they've grown up. So, this is definitely a pinnacle of their high school career. And, hopefully they end the regular season with the type of bang that they want to go out with,
And we talked about this a little bit before, but with the quarterback comparison between Noah Tazi and Earl O'Reilly IV, let's talk about the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos look very similar to your squad on tape. They have a couple of great wide receivers. Because Jones is somebody that stands out with over 8 touchdowns this season, with over 481 yards receiving. This is a team that's very similar. What do you expect from the Broncos?
I expect them to be consistent and to have a very point-to-point plan per play. But in saying that, I feel like defensively we're going to be in those spots where we need to make those plays. And, I really do feel like we're going to come up, we're going to make big stops, and our offense is going to be, firing.
And I mean, especially, Dos Palos has that squad. They're led by head coach Rob Calvert. I know it's always special to see that matchup between you and Coach Calvert. I mean, does it feel like a big rivalry? Does it feel like a...
It does. And I really do have a lot of respect for all the coaches that are in our league. But, I know that when we match up, I know that he's going to bring the intelligence of the game and all the nuances that go with it. And he's been doing it for such a long time. And, it's going to be a good matchup, I'm not going to expect that, they're going to make it easy on us at all. So, and we're not going to make it easy on them either by any means. So it's definitely going to be a great game.
And Coach, I got one more question before I let you go here. What are the keys to victory against Dos Palos High School?
Controlling the line of scrimmage on offense and defense, making them make decisions quickly and capitalizing on those decisions.
And Coach, it's always a pleasure talking with you. Have fun for senior night and good luck out there, all right?
Thank you, Brian. Go Toads.
That's head coach Jose Pease. When we come right back after this, we have the national anthem and the opening kickoff. It is Senior Night 2024. It's Dos Palos and Coalinga up next right here on the Toad Streaming Network. We are ready to go here in Coalinga. West Sierra League title is on the line tonight here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley alongside the coach Mike Walker. My name is Brian Welch. We have kickoff coming up in a little bit. But, Coach, can I get your keys to victory for the Horned Toads?
Well, it's interesting. I had an opportunity to speak with Jose Reyes. He's the defensive coordinator from Mendota High, and they faced both teams. I actually spoke to him the day after they had played Coalinga. And then I was able to speak to Billy Redding, who's on the JV staff for Coalinga. And really what they both told me that if Coalinga executes properly, the game is theirs. But with football, plays are not always executed. As a matter of fact, Billy Redding affirmed to me, when they're not executed, you want to execute them. So obviously, I think what you're going to have is two powerhouse offenses going head-to-head here. And I think it's going to come down which defense is just bend but don't break tonight. It's going to be the defensive battle. That's what it's going to take to get this thing done. Probably a high-scoring affair as well, Brian.
That is right. As we get ready to go here in Coalinga, as Coalinga High School will be kicking it off left to right on your screen, as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez has the ball on the tee, kicking it off left to right. Back deep for Dos Palos High School is Jaquez Jones, the senior, for DP. It is the final game of the regular season here in Coalinga. It's Dos Palos and Coalinga High School on Senior Night 2024, and a West Sierra League title on the line tonight. Last year's matchup between these two squads, it was a barn burner, and I believe tonight will be a barn burner as well. It's the Horned Toads and the Broncos here on the Toad Streaming Network, as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez has the ball on the tee, kicking it off left to right on your screen. And he swings his right leg in the football, and we are underway from Coalinga. Taken by the Broncos inside the 10, as Jesus Bond will fall at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School, moving right to left on your screen. Talking about the quarterback for Dos Palos High School, it is the senior Earl Riley IV, over 1,300 yards this season through the air, 15 touchdowns and 5 interceptions as he trots out to lead the Broncos for their first possession of the evening.
Not the way they wanted to start it, too. A bobbled reception from that kick, and then he takes a knee unintentionally there. Tough field position for the Broncos.
The Broncos will be in their white uniforms, yellow helmets, white pants, moving right to left on your screen. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. And a whistle, and what's going on here? As they're telling the player, is to telling Jaquez Jones to go to the sideline.
It might be a uniform conflict. That's the only thing I could think of.
Diego Garcia checks into the game right now. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Earl Riley in the gun with Andre Flores to his left side. Takes the snap and 6-2 Ibarra with the motion, and we get our first penalty marker of the evening. And it is a false start on DP. They'll back him up 5 yards. I mean, we talked about penalties a little bit during the pregame show.
Yeah, those who aren't have the ear to the wall here, we were talking about. We've seen some events where there have been 15 to 22 penalties in games that we've broadcast this year, and there's one already in the first play of the game.
So 1st and 15 for Dos Palos, moving right to left on your screen. 11:56 to go in the first quarter. 4 seconds gone by in the contest. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is going to be the running back for DP. It's Jesus Tapia to the right side of Riley. Tapia with the carry, but the Horned Toads defense able to bring him down. Is that going to be, they're going to say he was down at the 2.
Forward progress helped him a little bit.
As Grayson Redding was the leading tackler there for the Toads. As it does bring up a second down for DP.
Yeah, and it's a long second down, 17 yards to go for a first down. This is, as I said, not the way DP wanted to start this contest.
So 2nd and 17 at the DP 3, moving right to left on your screen. As right now, Dos Palos, if you're now joining us here on the Toad Streaming Network, had a very bad return when their returner took a knee at the 9. So they are going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is going to be Tapia in motion. Riley takes a shotgun snap looking. Riley scrambled in the right. Riley on the run to the 10, and he's going to go to the 15-yard line after being pushed out of bounds by Masai Richard, as it was Juan Ramirez chasing him out of bounds. Welcome back, Juan. Juan, who was injured early in the season, able to track him down right there.
Yeah, mobile quarterback, though, is bringing up that opportunity to at least put them in a closer range to get a first down here.
As it is going to be a 3rd and 6 for the Broncos, moving right to left on your screen. Opening drive for Dos Palos. No score yet between DP and Coalinga. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is going to be Tapia, the tail back to the left of Riley, moving right to left on your screen. Tapia with the motion. Riley takes the snap, looking. Riley with the run up the middle and runs right to the 20, gets the first down and more to the 25-30, and Riley's going to go to the 35 after finally being brought down by Jaden Pena. picks up the first down, 1st and 10 for Dos Palos.
Hoping for a coverage sack there. It didn't look like he had any receivers open downfield, but guess what he did have? Wide open field in front of him to look like he was going to his left for a bit, breaks right down towards the sidelines, and gets a much-needed first down as they were in a deep hole there, Brian. Now, look, they're at about 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for Dos Palos at their own 37-yard line. Ball placed on the far hash, moving right to left on your screen. DP will go 3-by-1, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far, as Tapia will be the tailback. Tapia with the carry, up the gut he goes, and he's going to be stopped for a couple. He actually gets a yard on the play, brought down by Jaden Pena, and also brought down by Grayson Redding. 2nd down and 9 after a gain of 1.
Yeah, and it looks at this point that the running game is really stunted for DP. They're just, they're hogging up the line there. It seems to be when DP opens it up a bit that the opportunities come their way. So let's see what that offensive coordinator is thinking right now. What are you thinking, Brian?
I mean, hey, you want to pass it right now. 3-by-1, the lineup with 10:02 and rolling in the first quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Tapia the tailback to the left of Riley. Riley takes a shotgun snap. Riley throws to the left side, complete the Tapia. Tapia running, and Dylan Texiera able to meet him up there at the 42, and that penalty marker flies in late. So let's see what the call will be here. 3rd down, as this will be our 2nd penalty marker of the evening.
Are you going to keep tabs?
Yeah, of
okay,
course,
good.
of course.
Right. Last time I think we couldn't count past 20, so we didn't know what happened.
But let's see what the call will be from the head referee tonight on this chilly night in the San Joaquin Valley. Temperatures very nice here at the Bowl tonight.
Personal foul against Coalinga.
And it is going to be a 15-yard penalty for DP, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Automatic 1st down right there, as head coach Jose Pease wanted an explanation right there from the referee. So they'll put the marker inside the Horned Toads' half.
And these are the things that, talking to some of those other coaches that I had spoke with earlier, they, were talking about execution, penalties and personal fouls. That's the opposite of a correct execution. So, yeah, got to be really frustrating on Coach Jose Pease.
9:34 and rolling in the first quarter. No score yet between DP and Coalinga. 1 receiver left, 3 right. Tapia, the tailback to the right of Earl O'Reilly, the 4th moving right to left on your screen at the 43-yard line. Tapia with the carry, but he's brought down by a duo of Horned Toads. Nicholas Catuzzo, leading tackler for the Toads, able to bring him down. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for Dos Palos.
Yeah, again, Tapia had nothing. He's just going off tackle. And I've got to tell you, the interior line defensively for Coalinga is looking good. Again, it is when the QB's in the shotgun, that's where the problems have occurred. So his mobility as a quarterback is a dual threat that is keeping Coalinga on their toes and passing situations.
1-by-3, the Broncos will line up. 1 wide receiver on the near side, 3 on the far side. Tapia, the tailback to the right of Riley. Riley takes a shotgun snap, looking. Screen pass to Tapia, finds open room to the 35, still on his feet, and he's brought down, pounded by Grayson Redding, and that will be enough for a Broncos 1st down. As DP picks up the 1st down yet again. It's the open space that has haunted the Horned Toads so far in this opening drive.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that, Brian. You talked a little bit about the screen game and how that opens the field up, and you saw it there overplaying defensively. That screen's going to be open all night long unless the Toads adjust.
8:28 and rolling in the first quarter. No score yet between DP and Coalinga. Ball placed at the 30-yard line of Coalinga. 1 receiver left, 2 right, as they will have Tapia, the tailback to the right of Riley. Riley takes the snap, hands it off to Tapia. Tapia running left to the 26, as he is brought down by Juan Ramirez for the Horned Toad. 2nd tackle on this drive. Picks up a couple on the play. 2nd down for Dos Palos.
Yeah, I mean, Tapia is listed just at about 145 pounds, and he's taking some brutal hits there as he goes into the interior line. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that all night long, Brian.
Well, officially on Max Preps, he's an outside linebacker.
I know. I see that OLB, so I hope we're not making any mistakes here. I hope that is his name.
So right now they are going to go 3 receivers on the far side. Tapia, the tailback to the right of Riley, moving right to left. Riley backpedals, looking, penalty marker flies, and he's brought down in the backfield, bringing him down. Oh, my. Borjas, Julius Borjas with the tackle and the sack. And there's another penalty marker on the field, 3rd one of the evening.
Yeah, probably going to be a hold. At least when you see a flag in that area, you're thinking offensive holding. So
Julius Borjas going through the A-gap, bringing Earl Riley the 4th down. Good play there by the Horned Toads defense.
Well, let's see what the call will be here. This is the third penalty so far in this first quarter, and we've only gone 5 minutes, close 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
So can we do our math? We have a math guy in the house. He could probably tell us what the average will be if we've already had 3 and we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
So it is a holding call on DP and a personal foul, face mask on the Toads. So they offset. So, okay then. So second down then. I mean, second down at the 27-yard line for DP.
Okay. So costly errors on both sides, but boy, I tell you what, without that face mask, it's just a nice loss that Coalinga creates, but it's offsetting, so we'll replay now, 2nd and 7.
7:25 and rolling in the first quarter. DP moving the ball on their opening drive, right to left as you hear it and see it on the Toad Streaming Network. 3 receivers on the far side, as it is going to be Andre Flores, the tailback. Screen pass out to the left, right side, complete the Bond. Bond running right, trying to find a way as he is pushed out of bounds on the far sideline. And a 4th penalty marker on this drive and the game, as it was.
Well, I don't know if you have an offensive tackle downfield possibly or holding prior to the reception. We'll see.
So right now, let's see what the penalty marker is. And it is a holding call on Dos Palos. I'll back him up 5 yards. 7:05 remaining in the first quarter. No score yet between Dos Palos and Coalinga in the West Sierra League Championship.
So we're at 4 flags?
4th flag of the night.
Okay. We might be on pace for 20 to 25 at this rate.
Not like we saw against Fireball all the way in the beginning of the month here at Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl. So second down for the Broncos, moving right to left on your screen. Ball placed at that 33-yard line on that far hash. As they are going to have Andre Flores, the tailback, to the right of Earl O'Reilly, the 4th. Riley takes the snap, looking pressured, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield. Julius Borjas' 2nd sack of the night, and he brings him down for a 3rd and 20 miles for DP.
Yeah, you got to think, man, they're going to have to do quick outs because Coalinga's just on them. And, about the penalty flags and Fireball, Brian, records are made to be broken.
So it's the last game of the season.
There could be some records broken tonight as far as penalty flags. But, yeah, I got to tell you, there's good pressure by the defensive front right now from Coalinga.
So 3rd and 17 for Dos Palos on the far side. Ball placed at the 37-yard line, moving right to left on your screen as they will go 3 receivers on the far side. As Andre Flores will be the tailback to the right of Earl O'Reilly, the 4th, moving right to left on your screen. Riley takes a shotgun snap, looking pressured, trying to escape, and he is going to be swarmed. Grayson Redding with the sack, and the Horned Toads defense prevails. Good play there by the Horned Toads.
And at this spot in the field, 35-yard line, you got to assume this is 4-down territory. I don't see them punting at this point.
So right now, 4th down for Dos Palos here with 5:44 to go in the first quarter. No score yet between DP and Coalinga. And here comes the special teams unit coming on for the first time this evening for Dos Palos. First time they'll punt the ball tonight.
Tells you why I'm not a head football coach.
We can go for it on 4th and 17. Like an NCAA college football 25?
Yeah.
You ever played that game yet?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
I'm not a gamer like you. So. We are looking for any eligible young ladies out there, though, because Brian is available.
Oh, my word.
He said he'd give up gaming for you. So.
Oh, my word. So it will be it is going to be 6-2 Ibarra will be punting the ball away for the Broncos as a penalty marker before the snap. That's the 5th penalty on the night. And it is a delay game on DP. They'll back him up 5 yards and will remain 4th down. So 4th and 21 for the Broncos. But, I mean, a very impressive defensive drive by the Horned Toads. Hey, you know what? They faced adversity, but they're able to find a way to have that pressure come home and sack O'Reilly.
They got locked in. I think they figured some things out, locked in, and that shows you maybe they don't have confidence, DP, in their own defense to go to the punt here.
As it is going to be Dylan Texiera back deep to receive. Ibarra sends it low, punt. It's going to be Texiera. Texiera shaking and baking. Still spins, and he's going to be still going as he is at the 10-yard line, brought down by a whole host of Broncos tacklers. It was actually Jesus Tapia bringing him down for DP. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School on their first drive of the evening. Here comes the senior QB, Noah Tazi, trotting out for the Toads. 27 seniors tonight honored before kickoff. That was a very fun senior night with a lot of families out here at the stadium. I mean, you've had
some basketball teams have had a lot of senior classes, but not 27. What do you think those senior parents are thinking right now?
Oh, they're thinking, what college is my kid going to end up going to? No, it's an emotional night. I think one day your kid's a toddler, and the next day they're having a senior night. So it's emotional for all the parents.
So right now, Noah will be in the gun with Julius Borjas in the backfield. Jet sweep to the right side, but a penalty marker before the snap, and it's penalty marker number 6. Hey, you know what? Hey, it's 6 already in the first quarter. Hey, let's make it 10, folks.
The fireball record will be broken. I'm going out on a limb right now to say that. So
let's see what the call will be, as it is a false start before the snap. It's all back. The Horned Toads up 5 yards. So 1st and 15 for Coalinga High School, moving left to right on your screen. And Noah Tazi, the leading passer in the West Sierra League with over 2,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions this season, as they will go 1 receiver on the near side, 2 on the far. Noah will be in the gun with Julius Borjas to his right side. Noah takes a shotgun snap, looks, airs it out, unleashes it to the near side, as it is going to be incomplete, as the intended wide receiver was Dylan Texiera, as Jaquez Jones was on the coverage for Dos Palos. 2nd and 15 for Coalinga High School, 4:27 remaining in quarter number 1.
That's a mismatch that Coalinga should be able to take advantage of this evening. It was just Texiera was open. The pass just was not there on the pattern. So
2nd and 15 for the Toads, moving left to right on your screen. Ball placed at the 8-yard line. Ball on that far hash. No score yet between Dos Palos and Coalinga High School. 1 receiver left. Actually, my apologies, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Motions a man is Noah. Hands it off to the running back, Borjas. Borjas running forward as he is brought down by 6'2" Ibarra for DP. Actually, my apologies, that was actually Dominic Malavone, the senior, with the tackle for Dos Palos. It makes it a 3rd and 12 for Coalinga.
Yeah, kind of an identical opening series for DP as they started on the 5-yard line there. So it'd be interesting to see what happens right now with the Toads at 3rd and 12.
So 3rd and 12 for the Horned Toads, moving left to right on your screen. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, as Julius Borjas will be the tailback to the right of Noah Tazi, moving left to right on your screen here in Coalinga. Ball placed at the 12-yard line, moving left to right. 3:45 and rolling in the first quarter. Noah takes a shotgun snap, looking, throws to the far side, and it is caught. Oh, it's almost caught. J.D. Reed almost had the grab, but he bobbled it late, and it brings up a 4th down for Coalinga High School, and the punt unit will trot onto the field as both Dos Palos High School and Coalinga High School trade punts here in the early going here in Coalinga.
I think that shows you that they are willing to go with the vertical game, and the vertical game is open. And there's no offense to J.D. Reed on that one. He laid himself out. It would have been a miraculous catch to make, just a little bit too far. So you can see that the deep game is going to be there. I think the running game eventually with Borjas will open up. But, interesting series for both sides now. Toads forced to punt.
As Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez will line up for a punt. Not a familiar sight for him this season, as Ernesto Villanueva will punt it away, as Jaquez Jones will be back deep at the Horned Toad 47. Villanueva Rodriguez sends a good punt, end over end. Takes a bounce. It would be Billy Scott right in, but a good tackle there by Luke Wojawoda. Bring him down. So 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School with 3:26 remaining in the first quarter. No score yet between Dos Palos High School and Coalinga High School.
Took a little bit of guts to take that punt there. I was thinking maybe he'd just take a knee and go down. But yeah, I was worried it was going to bobble out of his hands, but a big risk there. So, yeah, nice field position for DP here at the Coalinga, about, 38-yard line.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see now. I think the defense really made a statement at the end of that last series when Dos Palos had it offensively. Let's see what they can do now if they're locked in for this series as well.
So 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for Dos Palos, moving right to left on your screen. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is going to be Andres Flores, the tailback to the right of Earl O'Reilly, moving right to left on your screen. Ball placed on the far hash. Riley takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, play action, looking, throws down the middle, and it is caught by Billy Scott into the end zone. Touchdown, Dos Palos.
Wow.
38-yard strike from Earl O'Reilly to Billy Scott, and the Broncos draw first blood.
Wow. You know, it's funny. I haven't seen enough quarterbacks and receivers make those kind of throws and catches. It was just a fired shot there, a frozen rope, and then to see that receiver come under it with a lot of speed, that was beautiful. Really was. So yeah, the Toads are in the hole, and have they been in the hole quite often this season at all yet?
Not really.
No.
As Jesus Bond will line up for the PAT on the north end side of Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl. Jesus Bond, the wide receiver, kicker, and strong safety for Dos Palos. As timeout taken by Dos Palos. Okay, then. So a timeout taken by DP with 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. Actually, they forgot to get the kicking tee out there for the PAT.
Ooh. Well, the interesting thing is when it was a timeout that was called, you and I both thought it was possibly another penalty. So.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, you know what? If you're the Horned Toads defense right now, how can you make sure you don't make that same mistake?
Yeah, that was obviously broken coverage. I don't know where the free safety was in that situation. I just think that they've been, coming after the run. I think they were predicting a run. They were thinking run. And, yeah, there was someone who was playing up where they were not supposed to be. It was a broken play, broken coverage, because both defenders were probably 5 to 10 yards away from that receiver, but it was just that pass and catch was so spot on. And, they're going to get a talking to by their defensive coordinator and staff after this kick.
As Jesus Bond will line up for the PAT on the north end side of Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl. 6-0 DP out in front. As Dos Palos will line up for the PAT right now. The snap, the hold, the kick. And it does split the uprights. And Dos Palos leads early 7-0 against Coalinga High School. 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. We'll step aside. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. .318 remaining in the first quarter here in Coalinga. 7-0 is our score between Dos Palos High School and Coalinga High School. Alongside the coach, Mike Walker, I'm Brian Welch. And we were just talking about that during the commercial break, Coach. I mean, that was a very impressive pass right there by Earl Riley IV.
Yeah, and we're still trying to figure out what that defensive breakdown was. But, the pass and catch was marvelous. The defense left a lot to be desired. I think Coalinga's got the weapons offensively, and I think we're going to see that with this possession. I think they've got a long list of players that can damage the Broncos, so we're going to see that now.
As Jesus Bond will kick the ball, as it is going to be a low one taken by J.D. Reed at the 20. Runs to the 25, runs left, as he is going to be wrestled down to the ground. It was a tackler for Dos Palos High School, as it was number 33 on our roster, we don't have a number 33 on the roster from Max Preps. So it is 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School as they begin their drive of
Are you picking on my Max Preps roster?
No, I'm not. I'm not picking on it.
My feelings are hurt right now.
I'm not picking on it. So it is going to be the drive for the Horned Toads right now, moving the ball left to right on your screen. 3:12 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0, Dos Palos High School out in front. 4 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near, as Noah Tazi will be all by himself in the backfield, moving left to right on your screen. Noah motions Texiera from the near side. Jet sweep to Texiera. Texiera running left in between the hashes. He finds a hole, spinning out of a tackle, and Dylan Texiera picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School.
And there we go. We were talking about the weapons, right? So you have Texiera sweeping to the other side, thinking he's probably going to be a receiver, but no, he can run just as well. 1st and 10 for the Toads right now.
So right now, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Horned Toads, moving left to right on your screen. Horned Toads trailing early, 7-0 against Dos Palos here in Coalinga. Horned Toads right now trying to keep this offense moving here. They will go 4 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near, as Noah will be in the gun all by himself, moving left to right on your screen. Horned Toads trying to strike back early as they trail 7-0. Ball placed near that far hash. Borjas to tailback now. Borjas running left, trying to find a hole, but he is going to be dragged all the way back, as it was a whole host of tacklers for DP, as it was number 66, Esteban Hernandez, the junior, with the stop for Dos Palos High School, as it is going to be a loss for the Toads. 2nd down with 2:14 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, Hernandez, 6'3", 240, probably eats a lot of corn. We were kind of wondering what kind of water are they drinking over there in Dos Palos.
That is
we
true.
Met some 7th graders that our cameraman thought were high schoolers, so from DP.
So right now they are going to go three receivers. They're going to go three receivers. Actually, my apologies. Two wide receivers to the left, two to the right. Borjas, the tailback to the right of Noah, moving left to right in your screen. 1:46 and rolling in the first quarter, 7-0. Dos Palos High School out in front. Noah takes a shotgun snap, rolls right. Noah wants to keep it, runs the 35 as he is going to scoot out of bounds as he was escorted out of bounds by 6'2" Ibarra. Brings up a third down, and they're going to say 8 or 9 for this drive. I mean, they're going to say third down and 10 for the Toads right now, moving left to right in your screen.
I like what they're doing. Coalinga's doing a lot of motion on offense, and I think they're trying to show DP some things that maybe Dos Palos hasn't seen on film. I mean, you've seen in the empty backfield with shotgun, but then the motion brings the tailback into play. So I think they're trying a little bit of schemes that the Broncos wouldn't be aware of.
So they are going to go trips to the left, one wide receiver on the near side. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the left side, and Noah Tazi moving left to right on your screen, I should say. In this first quarter, Horned Toads trailing 7-0 against Dos Palos High School. So 3rd and 10 at the 38-yard line. Noah takes a shotgun snap, looking. Noah throws, unleashes it down the near side as it is going to be overthrown. Intended wide receiver as Jaden Pena on the coverage was Jaquez Jones for Dos Palos. And there's no flags, and the Horned Toads will be forced to punt for the second time this evening, and that was kind of a very deteriorating drive there, Coach.
Yeah, it was, and Jones had great coverage there. Pena had to play defense at the end, even grabbed a little white jersey. You saw that in his fist. Struggled in the passing game there. I still think something big is going to happen offensively for Coalinga, but they're going to have to get that fixed because guess what? DP's getting the ball back now, and I'm still having nightmares about that pass play.
As Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez will punt the ball away for the Toads, as it is going to be Jaquez Jones back deep at his own 30-yard line. Low snap. Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez mishandles it, and it is going to be a punt that will go to the Horned Toad 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School with 1:20 remaining in the first quarter. Very good field position right there for the Broncos.
Yeah, and really got to give a heads up to the punter for Coalinga. Was that Wojuwoto?
No, that's Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez, actually.
Villanueva. And the thing is that he got the ball off quickly. That's what he needed to do. Now, he didn't realize the rushers were not that close to him. He probably could have set up and got a legitimate kickoff. But either way, he saved a bad turnover way in the backfield near the 20-yard line. So he did what he's coached and trained to do. The snap was low. That wasn't on him.
So 1st and 10 at the Horned Toad 34-yard line, moving right to left on your screen is Dos Palos' third drive of the evening as they will go one receiver on the near side, 3 on the far, as it is Andre Flores, the tailback to the right of Earl Riley, the fourth, moving right to left on your screen. 1:20 remaining in the first quarter. Takes the snap, Riley looking, Riley pressured, and he is going to be brought down to the backfield. Huge sack there. Horned Toads bring him down, as it was Cameron Morgan leading the charge for the Horned Toads.
Well, if you want to stop 13, the receiver, from catching balls, that's where you're going to do it. You're going to send to everybody. And he took, not only did he take a hard hit on that, his head hit the turf pretty hard as well. So in an era when concussions people are very sensitive about those, you got to be worried about your quarterback if you're DP.
2nd and 15 for Dos Palos High School, as it is Eric Franco checking into the game for the Broncos. As a tailback to the right side of Earl O'Reilly, the fourth. One receiver left, 3 right. 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 7-0. Dos Palos High School leads. Riley takes a snap. Riley pressured. Riley scrambling. Riley breaks one tackle to the 30 as he is going to be brought down by J.D. Reed. So he does get back to the original line of scrimmage and does pick up he's going to pick up over 10 yards on that play. So brings up a 3rd and 5. Or actually, should I say 3rd and 6 for Dos Palos High School.
So you really trust the guy running the clock over there, the Cleat Walker? You trust him?
I trust him, yeah.
Okay, well, I remember what he was like in kindergarten, so I think it's 3rd and 5, Hey, okay, there's a half and a half. It's 3rd and 6. So it looks like they're going to let that clock expire here in the first quarter. How many total penalties do we have in that first quarter?
First quarter, we had 6 penalties.
6, okay. What's 6 times 4, cameraman? 24. So that would give us 24 total based on the law of averages. But we're not average guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, hey, first quarter comes to an end here in Coalinga. It is the visitors from Merced County leading 7-0 against your Coalinga High School Horned Toads. Once again, it's Dos Palos High School 7, Coalinga High School with 0. We'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network.
Dos Palos High School leading 7-0 against Coalinga High School as we begin the second quarter here in Coalinga. Mike Walker, Brian Welch back with you here on the Toad Streaming Network. 3rd and 6 for the Broncos. Riley takes a shotgun snap, looking Riley pressure, and Julius Borjas brings him down in the backfield. Sack number 3 for the senior.
Yeah, I got to tell you, they're collapsing on him, and they have been consistent. The defensive front has. It's just those plays that they have given up, huge chunk yards plays and things like that is that they've got to watch out for. So hopefully they fix that up defensively, but nice pressure by that front line of Coalinga.
But also our spotter, Richard Welch, and our camera guy, shout out to him tonight. It was Riley losing his helmet. Had to sit out. He's going to have to be checked out on the sideline right now.
But they're not going to punt this time, Brian.
So they are going to go for it. As it is going to be 6-2 Ibarra, as he was about to snap it, but he'll go back as a punter, as it is Dylan Texiera back deep. So this might be a rugby style. It is a low line drive punt, as it is going to take a DP bounce at the 1-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School at the 1-yard line, moving right to left on your screen. 11:02 to go in the first half. 7-0. Dos Palos High School out in front, as the Horned Toads do begin their 3rd drive of the evening, moving right to left on your screen. 2 drives in the books for the Toads, 2 punts. What do you want to see the Horned Toads do differently on this drive, Coach?
Before I comment on that, Nicholas Emery, number 23, did you see the way he played that ball on that punt? I thought it was going to go in the end zone, but it was like he was chasing chickens. He knew what he was doing. He grabbed that thing by the neck and put it right down. What a great spot. But, Horned Toads in this kind of territory, you got to think they're going to give it to Borjas, I would think. They're not going to play any games, and you can see the way they're set up. Possibly that's what's going to happen.
So the ball will be placed at the 1-yard line, moving right to left on your screen. Noah in the gun with Julius Borjas in the backfield. And motion before the snap, and I think
possible encroachment, maybe.
Let's see our first.
It is. It's against DP, I believe. Yep, offsides is the call.
So it is the first penalty marker of the second quarter, the 7th one in total.
Well, the officials are consistent.
If you're keeping track at home, we have 7 right now.
7 right now. Well,
it's B7. We're playing bingo. B7 right there, folks.
Welch and Walker in the booth, 22 or more. We're on pace, folks.
So it is a 1st and 5 at the 6-yard line for Coalinga High School, moving right to left on your screen. 11:02 to go in the first half. 7-0, Dos Palos out in front. 1 receiver left, 1 right. Borjas will be in the backfield with Noah moving right to left on your screen. Borjas with the carry, trying to find the edge, running left. Now cuts in between the numbers, and Julius Borjas trudging forward, and the rugby scrum begins, and the Horned Toads pick up the first down. Great job right there by Julius Borjas.
Yeah, you can talk about being in a hole. They're not in one now. 1st and 10 for the Toads. Borjas out that left side. Great runner. Keeps that low center of gravity.
Actually, my apologies. That was Andy Orozco who ran the ball. Andy Orozco saying, hey, you know what? I'm a senior. Just carry the ball. You picks up the first down right there.
Give it to me. Yeah. How much are they paying you for this, Brian? Come on.
So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line for Coalinga High School. 1 receiver left, 1 right, as it is going to be Noah in the gun. Borjas now running right, trying to breaks 1 tackle, still going, but he's met by a whole stampede of Broncos. As the leading tackler for DP was Singh. So a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for the Horned Toads.
Yeah, nice defensive there. So, 2nd and 11. So Borjas, again, you can see how they're trying to open the formations up. They're not like in a regular I set. They brought Borjas in motion. So they're trying to do things, mix it up. Maybe they should just go old school and do what they do well without the razzle-dazzle, because it seemed to work before with a senior running back.
That's true.
Yeah, we didn't even know who it was. Was it 34?
It was 52.
50. I've got to get it together.
So 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line. Noah takes a shotgun snap, looking. Noah throws it quickly to the right side, complete to Texiera. Texiera to the 20 as he is still on his feet. Dylan Texiera bringing Bronco defenders along with him, and he picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School.
And Laundry's on the
penalty marker on the field. A 2nd one of the second quarter.
It looked like it could have been a face mask. I know they got a hold or a horse collar possibly.
Well, let's see what the call will be here. This is the 9th. Actually, they're going to wave the penalty off. Okay.
He's waving to us, too. Did you notice that? It's okay, you guys. We're not going to hit 24 tonight.
So it is. And you could definitely hear the boos from the Horned Toad faithful.
The great yards after catch there. That was nice.
So 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line for the Horned Toads, moving right to left on your screen. 9:34 enrolling in the first half. 7-0, Dos Palos High School out in front. So Horned Toads right now trying to capitalize. Horned Toads trailing early, kind of reminiscent of what we saw against Sierra Pacific early in the season.
And the Toads would love to have second halves like that, as well as Fireball even.
So they are going to go one receiver left, one right. Noah in the gun, moving right to left on your screen. Motions Borjas. As it is, Alvarado with the carry in between the tackles. And Alvarado still going corkscrewing out of a tackle, but it was Jesus Tapia able to finish him off. No gain on the play, as it is going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Horned Toads.
Yeah, nice misdirection. Borjas going right, so it fooled him for a moment. And then that misdirection, Alvarado goes left, but good defensive tackling for the Broncos.
So it is going to be a 2nd down and 10 at the 27-yard line. As it is going to be Julius Borjas checking it back in as the tailback in the backfield with Noah, moving right to left on your screen. And as they are going to go one receiver left, two right. Horned Toads right now trying to keep this offense moving here. 2nd and 10 with 8:28 enrolling in the first half. 7-0, Dos Palos High School leading. Horned Toads trying to capitalize here in this first half, and a timeout taken by the Horned Toads. And Coach Reed not happy about that timeout taken. We'll take a timeout as well. Dos Palos High School leading 7-0 against Coalinga High School. 8:21 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. .8:21 remaining in the first half here in Coalinga. 7-0, Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School. So it is going to bring up a third. They're going to say 2nd and 10. They're saying 3rd and 10 for right now for the Horned Toads. The scoreboard says 2nd and 10. Noah takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Borjas. Borjas in between the tackles. Borjas still breaking free, and Julius Borjas bringing Bronco defenders along with him as he gets to the 34-yard line. As it does bring up a 3rd down for Coalinga High School. I trust the scoreboard.
Gang says 4, but you trust Cleet Walker with the scoreboard. Again,
I do.
I'm familiar with what he was like in kindergarten. You're really going to trust him. Let's see. Well, obviously, it's probably correct. It doesn't look like they're going into a punt formation, so 3rd down it would be. But someone should notify the individual on the sideline there.
So it is going to bring up a 3rd and 3 at the 34-yard line for the Horned Toads, moving right to left on your screen. Horned Toads on their 3rd drive so far this evening, trying to capitalize here. Noah in the gun with Julius Borjas, 2 in the backfield with him, moving right to left on your screen. Noah claps his hands once, trying to have DP draw them off sides. And a timeout once again taken by the Horned Toads. 2nd one of the evening in the half.
Well, you can even see the official, near side official, is letting Pease know he was trying to signal to the chain gang to move that to 3rd down. But he still hasn't gotten the signal yet.
We'll say right here on the Toad Streaming Network. Mike Walker, Brian Welch back with you here on the Toad Streaming Network. If you're now joining us here in Coalinga, it's just been a back and forth. It's not what we expected of a high-flying shootout. It's just more of a defensive chess match so far tonight.
Well, shall I tell anyone what your score prediction was?
Well, I
think you had close to well over 70 points combined.
Yeah.
At this point,
7-0. 7-0.
And I'm not going to use one of those, the floodgates are going to open for Coalinga, as I have in the past. I used that against Sierra Pacific. I used that against Fireball. They came true. Pure luck of the Michael Bryan Irish. But, I think something big is going to open up for Coalinga. I just think you've got so many weapons out on that field, whether it's just something off tackle, whether it's Alvarado, whether it's Borjas, Texiera. One of those individuals is going to be open. They've just got size, height, and speed. Of course, a loss of Gavin Watson tonight, not having him out on the field, it's a huge X factor for the Toads. I think if he were out there, it opens things up a bit more. But I have confidence in this Coalinga offense. We'll see what happens.
So it does bring up a 4th down. So it's So, wow. All righty then.
Yeah, Cleat Walker.
All right, the Horned Toads will go right to left on your screen. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the right hip of Noah Tazi, moving right to left on your screen. 4th and 3 for the Horned Toads. Noah takes a shotgun snap, throws to the left side as it is complete. Andrew Garcia picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads, and the Horned Toads are 1 for 1 on 4th down tonight.
Nice pass and catch. Just go out wide, spread that field out. A great catch there. It might be a secret recipe to this evening. Just a quick out, 1-step, 2-step drop, get rid of that ball and go. But I just think, look at the set now with the quarterback just on his own. There's something sneaky happening here.
So 1 by 4, the Toads will line up. Noah in the gun all by himself, moving right to left on your screen. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Toads. Texiera with the motion from the near side. Jet sweep to the right. Texiera trying to find the edge of the right side, and he's going to be upended there as it was Jesus Tapia, the leading tackler for Dos Palos High School, able to bring him down. So it is a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Horned Toads with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Do you want to keep going to that bag of tricks there, Coach?
Well, I knew it was coming. I saw it. I saw that formation. Knew that little pitch was going to come again. But Tapia, boy, 145 pounds, playing like he's 245. A great tackle by him on that one.
So they are going to go 4 wide. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is going to be Jaden Pena checking into the game, as he'll be the quarterback for the Toads, as Julius Borjas will be the tailback to the right of Pena. Pena takes a snap, Wildcat. Pena trying to find the edge on the right side. Pena going to pick up some yardage as he gets past the original line of scrimmage, as it is going to be a 3rd and 9 for Coalinga High School at 6:24 and rolling in the first half. 7-0, Dos Palos High School out in front.
Yeah, Pena goes in, and you knew it. We all knew it was Wildcat. We all knew it was a quarterback keeper. But Tossi's back in now, so they can air this thing out possibly on 3rd down. I think those slant patterns are open, or even just something up the sidelines here.
So it is a 3rd and 9 at the 41-yard line for the Toads, moving right to left on your screen. Trailing in this first half. 3 receivers left, 1 right, as Julius Borjas will be the tailback to the right, and Noah moving right to left on your screen here in this WSL championship game here at Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl. Horned Toads have burned 2 timeouts so far in this half. Noah takes a shotgun snap, bobbles the snap, looking, rolls left, throws on the run as it is caught. Oh, it's almost caught. Andrew Garcia initially was able to hold it in, but it slipped out of his fingers, and it does bring up 4th down for the Horned Toads. Do you want to punt right now in the situation here, Mike?
Well, 5.5 minutes. I would punt. It was interesting about that. Tossi stuck in the pocket. He had a man on his heels, hot fire on him. And the pass, I'm not even sure if it was intended for the receiver that it went to, but it should have been caught and was dropped. And it looks like the Toads will punt.
So this is the 3rd time the Horned Toads have punts. And this evening, Zanesto Villanueva Rodriguez will punt the ball away, as Jaquez Jones will be back deep for Dos Palos High School at his own 25-yard line. Ball placed on the far hash. Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez with the punt. A spiral punt on the far side. Takes a Horned Toads bounce to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School. 5:20 remaining in the first half. Stay tuned for the Horned Toads halftime shows. Get a chance to look at some of the scores from across the CIF Central section. And also take a look at some of the scores from across the college football landscape, as Boise State defeated San Diego State 56-24 tonight on the blue in Boise.
Wow. Well, they got that Heisman candidate running back there, so they're great. And was it at Boise or at San Diego?
At Boise, actually.
Well, that blue field, come on.
All that coming up on the Horned Toads halftime show here from Coalinga. So 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School, moving the ball left to right in your screen. 2 receivers left. Jones with the motion. As it is going to be Franco with the carry. Up the gut he goes, as he is brought down by Juan Ramirez for the Horned Toads. Does pick up 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 for Dos Palos High School. 5:07 and rolling in the first half.
Just a shout out to my brother-in-law, Tony. His daughter is a senior at Boise State. Allie Catalano, she's a senior there, business management major, I believe. So,
all righty.
Yeah.
So they are going to go 2 receivers left, 1 right, as it is Earl O'Reilly in the gun with Franco to his left side. Franco with the carry. Up the gut he goes, and he's going to go nowhere. The Horned Toads defense able to swarm him, as it was Cameron Morgan leading the charge for the Toads. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 for DP with 4:34 and rolling in the first half. 7-0, Broncos leading here in this WSL championship game.
Interesting to see. They were going to Tapia a lot in their first couple series at tailback, but no longer. So,
actually, my apologies. That's Andre Flores. They're going to have a whole entire – they're going to have like a trio of running backs in that backfield all night long. And now Rob Calvert calls his first timeout of the first half of 4:12 to go in the half.
And it was interesting about that, Brian. I did look down, and my Max Preps roster did have the correct name and number, so you could have looked over here if you wanted to. But since you're disrespecting the Max Preps roster that DP gave us, right?
My apologies. My apologies.
Is that sincere?
It is sincere.
Okay.
It is sincere. He's Mike Walker. I'm Brian Welch. Glad to be a part of your Friday evening, wherever you may be listening or watching Horned Toad football here on the Toad Streaming Network. Our camera guy tonight is Richard Welch.
Major props to Richard.
Of course.
Potatoes, French fries, yes.
Who's now joining us here in Coalinga. It's just been a kind of a first-half grudge match. It's been those 3 punts for the Horned Toads offense that has haunted them so far in this first half, Coach.
Yeah, it's interesting. When they've had some slow starts in the first half, whatever they talk about at halftime, they usually come out and blow things up. So it'll be interesting if the Toads don't get the ball back to see what happens in the locker room during the half.
This will be a pivotal third down, 3rd and 4 for the Broncos. Riley takes the snap, looking. Riley flushed out to the right side. Riley on the run, looking, and he is going to throw it away. The Horned Toads want intentional grounding, and they will not get intentional grounding because he was out of the tackle box. But Julius Borjas, 3 sacks so far in this first half, able to track him, was chasing him down pretty good there. Really impressive performance right there by the Horned Toads.
Yeah, you talk about heart, right? I mean, he was trapped up on the block. QB goes around him, and he did not give up, and that was the only reason, because otherwise I think that he hits the corner and gets about a 10-yard gain. So great work by Borjas, going both ways.
As DP will punt the ball for the second time this evening. Horned Toads defense giving the offense an Easter egg here of 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first half. As 6'2" Abar will be punting the ball left to right on your screen. Dylan Texiera back deep at the 39-yard line. Big booming punt, end over end. Bounces to the 25, to the 21, to the 20, and takes a Broncos roll at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School as they begin their 4th drive of the evening, moving right to left on your screen. 3:51 to go in the first half. Stay tuned for the Horned Toads halftime show as we get a chance to look at some of the scores from across the college football landscape. All that's coming up on the Horned Toads halftime show. As the Horned Toads trailing 7-0 against Dos Palos High School here on this frigid night on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. The Horned Toads trying to warm themselves up with a good offensive series, and how they do that right there, Coach.
I think you go back at what has gotten them here. What has gotten them undefeated? They've got to go with that a little bit more instead of the spread formation. But boy, the punting for DP has been excellent tonight.
So the Horned Toads will go 2 receivers, left, 2 right. Noah in the gun with Julius Borjas to his left side, moving right to left on your screen. Noah takes a low snap, fakes a handoff, swing pass out to J.D. Reed. J.D. Reed breaks one tackle to the 20, 25, and J.D. Reed's able to pick up the first down. Or they're going to say he did pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School. Good running there by J.D. Reed.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice play, a nice movement. He's got a nice first step, got down the sidelines, 1st and 10 from the 30. So, yeah, with 3:43, looks like they're going to get something together here because they need to.
Horned Toads trailing 7-0 against DP right now here in Coalinga. 1 receiver left, 3 right, as it is Noah Tazi in the gun with the running back to his right side. Moving the ball right to left on your screen. Noah claps his hands once, fakes a handoff to Tyson Alvarado. Swings it out to Texiera. Texiera shaking and baking. Texiera to the 35-yard line. And Dylan Texiera is able to pick up 5 on the play. 2nd down and halfway to go for Coalinga High School.
Boy, you'd like to do that every time. And to pick up 5 yards on first down is nice. And if they can get something rolling here and score at the half, it's just going to be an emotional breakdown probably for Dos Palos and just an uplifting thing for the Toads. So
3:15 and rolling in the first half. 1 receiver left, trips out to the far side. As it is going to be Noah Tazi in the gun, moving right to left on your screen. As it is going to be Tyson Alvarado, the tailback to the left of Noah. J.D. Reed with the motion from the far side of the near side. Noah takes a shotgun snap, looking, throws to the far side as it is caught, and it's incomplete. It squirted out late. Andrew Garcia almost had an opportunity to haul that one in. That's the second one in this half that he's mishandled that football, and as that is going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for Coalinga High School with 2:53 to go in the first half.
But, I know there's no replay booth, I thought he grasped that, pulled it in, took a couple steps, then got hit and fumbled, and then it should have been possession out of bounds right over there. But, again, I'm a basketball coach, and there is no instant replay.
So it is a 3rd and 5 for the Horned Toads with the ball right to left on your screen, as they are going to go 4 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Noah Tazi all by himself, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Tazi in the backfield right now.
Look for motion. Look for motion by Borjas on this.
As the Horned Toads right now trying to slow it down right now, but time is not on their side. 2:53 to go in the first half. Ball placed at the 35-yard line. Texier with the motion from the far side. Fakes the handoff and a penalty marker before the snap.
All right, got us a number.
As it actually the second one of the second quarter, as it is the 8th penalty of the evening.
Okay, but they've really digressed with the penalties in this second quarter. I'm kind of let down. Yeah.
Well, in the first quarter, if we're keeping count right now, as it was 6 penalties in the first quarter.
Only 2 in the second. But we still got 2:51 to go, so they could give us a few more.
So 3rd and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Horned Toads. Move the ball right to left on your screen, as they are going to go 3 receivers on the near side. Dylan Texier, the lone wide receiver on the far side. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the right hip of Noah Tazi, moving the ball right to left on your screen. 3rd and 10 for the Toads right now as the Horned Toads trail 7-0. Noah throws to the near side. Penalty marker flies, and it is caught by J.D. Reed. Breaks 1 tackle. He's 15, 10, 5. He is in. Touchdown, Horned Toads, but wait. Let's see what the dirty laundry is all about.
Yes, usually in that area it might be holding, so we'll see.
Let's see what the call will be here. This will be the 3rd penalty of the second quarter.
Well, he's pointing towards DP. Oh, ineligible receiver. Ineligible receiver downfield.
So it backs up the Horned Toads.
3rd and 15 now.
If there was no penalty, that would have been a 70-yard touchdown.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then J.D. Reed high-stepping it in after making that great catch. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, his grandfather's here tonight, actually.
Yes, he is here tonight. We wanted to get him up here. That's right.
So it is a 3rd down, or actually let's see where they're going to officially mark it at. But it just seems like it's been those penalties that's haunted the Horned Toads. I know with Halloween being yesterday, kind of like it's the haunt.
The haunting, yeah, it's still continuing, right? Dia de los Muertos is coming up here.
That's correct.
And neither of us wore our politically incorrect costumes either, which we were supposed to do. I won't repeat what I said last time. I remember that. So, yeah, this has got to be really, really, really frustrating for the Toads. But still, you can make something happen here. 2:40 to go. They've got the talent. They've got the skill set.
So 2:40 to go in the first half. They will go 3 receivers on the near side. Horned Toads right now trying to capitalize here offensively as they trail 7-0 against Dos Palos High School here in Coalinga. Horned Toads will go 3 receivers left, 1 right. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the right of Noah Tazi. Horned Toads have to snap it right now. 3rd and 15 at the 25. Noah takes a shotgun snap, airs it out to the far sideline as it is incomplete.
No penalty
markers.
And
no penalty markers on the field. That was a lot of pushing and shoving there between Dylan Texier and Dequez Jones. I mean, wow.
Yeah, and it's in that situation, I thought there was going to be a flag because consistency, right? I was sure there was going to be a flag. Yeah, it looked like a lot of grabbing and pulling there. And, 4th and 15, Toads are going to have to kick. And this is not what they wanted. What an emotional letdown. Just a beautiful pass and catch down the sidelines for a touchdown. Frustrating.
This is the 4th punt of the first half for the Toads.
Wow.
4th punt.
This is not anything they've had to do before.
So Nesta Villanueva Rodriguez will try to punt it away as he gets it off. Good spiral punt. Dequez Jones will let it bounce, and the Horned Toads will swarm it at the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School as they'll be moving the ball left to right on your screen. 2:21 to go in the first half. Mike Walker, Brian Welch with you here on the Toad Streaming Network. If you're just now joining us here in Coalinga, I mean, it's just been a kind of the game that we did not expect to see. I mean, a literal defensive battle right now.
Yeah, real defensive battle. That broken play by the Coalinga defense, pass and catch, what was it, 38-yard touchdown play?
That's right.
And then you just saw J.D. Reed. You thought it was a repeat there, and that was close. What was the yardage on that one?
That would have been a 70-yard touchdown.
70-yard touchdown. Ineligible man downfield caused the issues on that one. So, I still think things are going to happen, but thus far, 7-0. Low-scoring affair.
Dos Palos begins their 5th drive of the evening. 2 receivers left, 1 right, as it is going to be Flores Franco with the carry for Dos Palos High School, but he's brought down by a trio of Horned Toads led by Messiah Richard, and also it was Cameron Morgan able to bring him down. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line for DP.
Do the Toads have a timeout left? So
they do have one.
Thinking about stopping that clock here pretty soon.
So 2nd and 10 right now for the Broncos, moving the ball left to right in your screen. 1:53 and rolling in the first half. 7-0. Dos Palos High School out in front. As they are going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right. As Franco's shaken up, he's on the sideline right now, trying to catch his breath. As it will be Jesus Tapia checking in as the tailback to the right of Riley, moving the ball left to right on your screen. Fakes a handoff. Riley looking, rolls right, looking, throws into the ground, as it is going to be incomplete. Tapia thought it was a ping pong ball and wanted to take it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and it's funny when the offensive players do that, because even for a moment we up in the booth think, oh, wait a minute, was that a trick play? Was that a pass? Was that something like that? I was just really surprised in that situation. Earl Riley, the 4th, I felt like had field in front of him. He did get beyond Borjas on that one. He had a few big runs in that first quarter and didn't take advantage of it there. Instead, threw that errant pass.
So 87 seconds remaining in the first half. 7-0. Dos Palos High School out in front. Big 3rd down right here. 2 receivers left, 2 right. As it is going to be Earl O'Reilly, the 4th, in the gun, with the tailback to his right hip, fakes the handoff to Tapia. Riley pressured. Riley on the run now. Riley shaking and baking as he is going to be brought down by a trio of Horned Toad tacklers. Leading the charge there was Grayson Redding, the freshman for the Toads, as it does bring up a 4th down for Dos Palos High School and a timeout taken by Dos Palos High School, their 2nd one of the half. So both the Broncos and the Horned Toads have one low. Actually, they're going to say, was it the Horned Toads?
Horned Toads took it. They had 1 left.
Gotcha.
And I was going to say, why would DP ever take a timeout in that situation? Want that clock to go to 0 before this half ends. So, Coalinga uses that timeout. They're going to have a minute or so to try and make something happen.
So 1:15 remaining in the first half here in Coalinga. And the first half haunts for the Toads was that 4 punch right there, Coach. If the offense has had their bugaboos in this first half, they've had the penalties, but it's been the drop balls. What do you want to see from this offense, especially late in this first half?
Yeah, at this point they're going to have to spread it out and open it up because of the clock is their worst enemy. But in the second half, I'd like them to go a little more smash mouth with Borjas, even Alvarado, open things up, and then that leaves the passing game open, puts the defense, concerned about that run. And the passing game can open up. But, that's what they got to do. They got to redraw some plays up second half.
And what's Jose Pease doing on the field for?
I think he's getting their halftime meal order, possibly.
I mean, Jose Pease has had a lengthy conversation with the head referee as he'll walk back over there.
Yeah, not happy.
He's not been happy this whole entire first half. Rightly so, of what the scoreboard looks like. 7-0, Dos Palos High School out in front late in this first half. 1:15 remaining here in Coalinga. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as the Broncos will go for it. Riley motions a man. That's Billy Scott to the far, that near side, and a timeout taken by Dos Palos High School to try to have Coalinga High School nibble at the bait.
Yep, and it did not work. I was thinking to myself, man, 4th and 3, this is a huge risk to give this kind of field position to Coalinga, but obviously they're just looking to get Coalinga to jump off sides. Didn't work. And now back to the punting crew. And again, some great punts. We had one down at about the 1-yard line, another one down near the 15, 19-yard line. So as you said, that rugby-style kick, it's an interesting kick because when he gets it, you think it's a fake. You almost think he's ready to run up the field.
That's right.
And I bet if he has clearance in front of him, he would consider doing that, especially with only 3 yards to go. But, nice punting game for the Broncos, and they'll hope to get a nice punt off now and give Coalinga a long field to work with just a minute 15 in this half.
So 1:15 remaining in the first half here in Coalinga as Dos Palos will punt the ball for the 3rd time this evening. The Horned Toads right now trying to capitalize off this punt. As right now, as it is going to be 6-2 Ibarra punting the ball away, left to right on your screen.
1:15 remaining in the first half. 7-0. Broncos out in front. Dylan Texera back deep at his own 29-yard line, waiting for the punt. Good punt by 6'2". Nice spiral punt. Bounces, push by Jaden Pena to the 17-yard line, and Dos Palos will take it there. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School. Good punt right there by 6'2" Ibarra there, Coach.
Yeah, it was a great punt. Interesting there when they touched it down. Was that not Pena? Who was it? Texera was doing a little pushing and shoving. I'm surprised there wasn't more laundry on the field after that one. But that, they want to keep it low. They want to keep it low. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Do you open it up, or do you just try and crush it and let the half end? I mean, down 7-0. Let's see what Coach Pease decides to do with his offense coordinator right now.
So it is a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line for the Horned Toads, moving the ball right to left on your screen, as they are going to go one receiver on the near side. Trips out to the far side. Noah in the gun. With the tailback of Tyson Alvarado to his left side. JD reads the motion. Noah takes a shotgun snap looking. Noah pressured. Scrambles. Runs the 20 to the 25. Still going. Noah Tazi picks up the first down. And Noah Tazi uses his legs to move the sticks for the Horned Toads.
Nice run. Self-aware. Got to the sideline. Knew he needed to get out of bounds. Knew he had to get that clock stopped. First down. They'll move the chains now with 54 seconds. So, yeah, it's nice. They're looking to air it out. And Tossi's got good feet underneath him. He's a good mobile quarterback.
So 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Horned Toads, moving the ball right to left on your screen, as Tyson Alvarado will be the tailback in the backfield of Noah moving the ball right to left on your screen. Horned Toads trying to capitalize here in this low-scoring affair. Dos Palos leads 7-0 against Coalinga High School. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Noah takes a shotgun snap, pressured. Noah trying to escape, now runs right. Now gets to the 30-yard line, trying to stutter step as he is pushed out of bounds by Dominic Malboon, as it is going to be a second down at the 32-yard line, 31-yard line. So the clock does stop. It is 47.3 seconds remaining in the first half. Good awareness right there by the quarterback, Noah Tazi.
Yeah, it's second down to 7. They're going to have to go long on one of these. You got Reed out there. You got a good receiving core. You got to try one. But then, again, the defensive ends are pressuring on the perimeter. So if that pocket collapses, he can run. But you got to get a big one up here in the air.
They're going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right. As it is going to be Tyson Alvarado, the tailback, to Noah Tazi, moving the ball right to left. Noah, pump fakes, looking, now rolls left. Now Noah's going to try to keep it to the 30. Now runs at the numbers as he is brought down by a duo of Bronco tacklers, as it was Jesus Tapia able to bring him down. But also, it was Anthony Dorillo, the middle linebacker for DP as well.
Precious seconds ticking off the clock here, Brian.
21 seconds remaining in the first half. Trips out to the near side as it is a wide receiver on the far side. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the left of Noah Tazi, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Noah takes a shotgun snap, fakes a handoff, play action, looking, airs it out to the far side as it is incomplete. Overthrown as the intended target was Drake Stevens. On the coverage was Jarquez Jones. So 4th down for Coalinga High School right now with 6 seconds remaining in the first half. You like the idea of throwing the ball to the far side, but it seems like there's kind of a miscommunication between Noah and his wide receivers tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We've had a few good catches, but a few drops. So right now, what are you thinking? Hook and ladder? Is there going to be a gimmick here? Do you just give the ball to your tailback and hope to let this clock expire and go into halftime down by 7?
Well, the Horned Toads do have the opportunity to receive the second half kickoff. And it is the senior night for the cheerleaders. They'll be honored tonight.
Oh, wow. I'm glad I'm here. How exciting.
So it is a 4th down for the Horned Toads right now with 6 seconds remaining, as they are going to go 1 receiver on the near side, 4 on the far side. Horned Toads right now looking a little bit confused. Noah takes the snap, and he will punt it away. Pooch kick. Good punt there by Noah, as that punt's going to roll all the way to the 20. Into the 16-yard line, and that is how the first half comes to an end here in Coalinga. It is a low-scoring affair here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. It is the visitors from Dos Palos leading 7-0 against Coalinga High School. We'll be right back with the Horned Toads halftime show right after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network.
Halftime here in Coalinga, 7-0. Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School. I'm Brian Welch, the Toad Streaming Network, and welcome to the Horned Toads Halftime Show. It was a very interesting first half indeed for the Horned Toads as they had to punt the ball not once, not twice, but 4 times as the Horned Toads trail 7-0 against Dos Palos High School. Before I give you some of the scores from across the college football landscape, we're joined by the pride of Redding, California. It is the former baseball coach here at Coalinga, Joe Ward. Coach, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. So your grandson is J.D. Reed, almost had a touchdown in that first half. But what's it like being back here in Coalinga?
It's a little different. We got there's a lot of people here that I knew, and I coached here for 14 years. So I know a lot of people, a lot of kids here. I don't know a lot of the kids now because they've been gone for 7 years, but it's always nice to come back.
And you know, because you are from Redding, and I work for a summer collegiate baseball team, the Fresno Athletics, and we play against the Redding Colt 45s at Tiger Field, and we were talking about that a little bit before we went on the air. I mean, what's it like being up in Redding? I mean, it's a really beautiful place to be, especially in the summertime.
Oh yeah, it is. It's really nice in the summertime. It gets up to 118 degrees this year.
Of course. I do remember that.
Yeah, it was nice and hot this year. My garden did not do very well.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Joe. I'm sorry about that.
But they have a lot of baseball going on up there too. So
that's right.
I get to watch some games.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So do you miss it? Do you miss coaching or no?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I do. I tell my wife I don't, but I do.
But hey, I mean, you're a coach. What do you want to see the Horned Toads do differently in that second half?
They just need to move the ball. And I'm not a football coach, and I don't claim to be, but I know what they can do. I've watched them several times. And second half, they'll start moving the ball. They'll figure it out. They always do.
Well, that's good to hear, my friend. That's Joe Ward, everybody, here on the Horned Toads Halftime Show. Let's give you some of the scores from across the college football landscape. Number 15, Boise State defeats San Diego State 56-24 on the blue. In the Treasure Valley, UConn defeats Georgia State 34-27, and South Florida defeats FAU 44-21. Those are some of the scores from across the college football landscape. This has been the Horned Toad Halftime Show. Second half coming up right after this. Dos Palos High School leading 7-0 against Coalinga High School. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network.
Third quarter about to begin here in Coalinga, 7-0. Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School alongside the coach, Mike Walker. My name is Brian Welch. Glad to be a part of your Friday evening, wherever you may be listening or watching Horned Toad football. Third quarter about to begin. And that first half, the overall theme was the missed opportunities for the Horned Toads, Coach.
Yeah. And as we were talking to you, did that interview at halftime, and Joe Ward was saying he was looking on video and he didn't see an ineligible receiver downfield, so that took 7 points off the scoreboard, and then some missed passes off the sidelines here that were costly, a possible pass interference. So those things that are going against you in the first half, now you hope turn around in the second half. In basketball, we always tell ourselves, hey, the shots aren't falling, but they're going to start falling. So hopefully for the Toads in the second half, things start working their way. I know they got the big play capabilities. Their defense is locked in. Should be pretty good. Jake Zubiri, a former coach here at Coalinga High School, said that he thinks the Toads have just got to stick with what has gotten them here, and that would be going old school and, single formation, get that running back there, get it to Borjas. That's going to open everything else up. That's just my opinion and Coach Zubiri's opinion. What are you thinking, Brian, about the second half?
You know what? Hey, exactly. You have to get Julius Borjas going. But it was Julius Borjas getting going defensively with those 3 sacks in that first half being very important for the Horned Toads defense. But right now the Horned Toads will receive the second half kickoff here in Coalinga. That Horned Toads offense had to punt the ball away 4 times in that first half. 4 costly drives for the Horned Toads. Well, let's see what the Horned Toads can do it here in Coalinga, as it is Jesus Bond ready to kick it off left to right on your screen. Back deep for the Horned Toads, it is Dylan Texiera, as Bond's able to swing his leg into the ball, and that's an end-over-end kick, as it is going to be taken by Tyson Alvarado. Tyson Alvarado running to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Tyson Alvarado to the 40, 45, 50. Tyson Alvarado still going, and he's able to get to the 35-yard line. What a return by Tyson Alvarado. 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads inside the Broncos half.
Yeah, you want to start something off positively. Tyson Alvarado did, right? Just like a Tyson frozen dinner out of the microwave. Boom, pop, he's gone. And, that was really, 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 really nice there. So, and Alvarado's a great running back. Hopefully he'll get a couple touches in the second half.
So 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads at the Broncos 30-yard line, moving the ball right to left on your screen. 11 seconds gone by in the third quarter. As the Horned Toads will be moving the ball right to left on your screen. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the right of Noah Tazi, moving right to left on your screen at the 35-yard line. Noah motions Texiera from the near side. Borjas with the carry, up the gut he goes, and Julius Borjas picks up a hefty gain, picks up 11 on the, they're going to say 10 on the play, 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School, and Julius Borjas doing Julius Borjas things there.
Yeah, definitely. I tell you what, that kickoff return by Alvarado is just a momentum shifter. You can just feel it right now.
So that was a gain of 10 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads at the Broncos' 25-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Borjas, the tailback to the left of Noah Tazi, moving right to left on your screen. 11:22 enrolling in the third quarter. Horned Toads trailing 7-0 against Dos Palos High School. Horned Toads right now trying to turn and burn here on this opening drive of the second half. Texiera with the motion. Noah takes the snap. Hands it off to Borjas. Up the gut he goes, in between the hashes as he picks up some yards on the play, as he was brought down by John Snap, the sophomore for DP. Picks up 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 for the Horned Toads.
So you kind of like that. You got the motion coming to the backfield, but they're still in that set where they can just dish the ball to Borjas off the right side there. By the way, Coach Zubiri said, let Brian Welch know I said hi, and he sounds awesome as usual. He's fantastic.
Thank you, Coach. That means a lot, my friend. As it is a 2nd and 7, I should say I was a yard over. So 2nd and 7 right now for the Horned Toads. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Noah claps his hands. Penalty marker flies. Throws down the middle as it is almost caught by Jaden Pena. A one-handed grab almost caught by Jaden, but a penalty marker on the field as we get our first one of the second half, as we are at a total of 9 right now. 9.
You're either saying the number 9 or no in German. That would have been an amazing catch.
And that's a sideline interference on Dos Palos.
Wow.
So Rob Calvert and the Broncos told to stay back a little bit farther. So it is
just a warning. There doesn't seem to be marking off any yards.
So they are going to go 4 wide now.
Does that mean you have to subtract one of your hash marks for penalties?
Well, I'm
just keep it, I guess. If the yellow thing touches the grass, it's a penalty. I don't know.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Borjas the tailback to the right of Noah. Pena with the motion from the near side. Borjas with the carry, stiff arms a man, corkscrews out of a tackle, but he's not able to shake out of the second tackle brought down by Singh for Dos Palos, and it does bring up a 4th down for Coalinga High School. What a promising start to the drive for the Horned Toads with that lengthy return from Tyson Alvarado. Horned Toads are faced with a 4th and 7 already inside the DP half.
Yeah, definite 4-down territory. You do not want to miss out on capitalizing on that run by Alvarado. Hopefully the Toads can get that first down here.
As they are going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right. Borjas the tailback to the left of Noah Tazi, moving the ball right to left on your screen. 4th and 9 for the Horned Toads at the 24-yard line of Dos Palos. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Noah has Julius Borjas as the tailback to the left side. Noah takes a shotgun snap, looking, throws to the left side, and it is caught! Jaden Pena with the catch. 1st and 10 for the Horned Toads. And what a play right there by Jaden Pena. 1st and goal for the Horned Toads.
There you go. Amazing. Great. Both hands extended and pulling that in by Pena. And great pass by Tazi, too, as well.
Good sideline awareness right there by Jaden Pena, saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to make the grab right there and move the sticks. Horned Toads right now knocking on the door. First time they've been in the red zone this evening. Opening drive of the second half for the Horned Toads, moving right to left on your screen. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Ball placed in the near hash, moving right to left on your screen. The Horned Toads trying to capitalize right now as they trail 7-0. As Jaden Pena will trot to the sideline. So they will go 1 receiver left, 1 right. As it is going to be Tyson Alvarado in the backfield of Noah. Noah takes a shotgun snap, throws to the right side, and it is going to be broken up. Good play there. As actually Jaquez Jones slips on the track on the far side. His intended target was Dylan Texiera. But right now, this Horned Toads offense smelling blood in the water right now with 9:25 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, thank you, Tyson Alvarado. He started that feeding frenzy, Brian. And, second and, 7 this is the opportunity right now. The Toads have got to punch this thing in.
So 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line. 1 receiver left, 1 right. Tyson Alvarado, the tailback in the backfield with Noah moving the ball right to left on your screen. Noah tosses to the left side. Alvarado runs to the 5, and he is going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line. Brought down by a trio of tacklers for DP. It was actually Jesus Bond who brought him down, the junior, who has already had 15 tackles so far this season. Able to wrap up Alvarado, brings up a 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line for Coalinga High School.
You got to get that ball to Borjas. I mean, I don't know if you're going to send somebody in motion to create a misdirection, but I'd be giving the ball to Borjas right now.
There's actually a Broncos defender injured on the field right now. Cannot tell who he is, but 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll step aside. Horned Toads knocking on the door. 3rd and goal at the 2 when we come right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network.
9 minutes remaining in the third quarter here in Coalinga. 3rd and goal for the Horned Toads as the Coalinga High School is trailing 7-0 against Dos Palos High School. 2 receivers left, 2 right. It will be Noah Tazi in the gun with Julius Borjas as the tailback to the left side of Noah. Horned Toads trying to punch it in right now. Texier with the motion. Noah with the keeper rolling left. He's going to run into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Toads, and multiple penalty markers on the field. Let's see what the call will be here. Second penalty marker of the third quarter. Let's see what's going to happen here in this West Sierra League Championship game.
Motion or holding?
This is the 11th penalty in the ball game. Still waiting the call from the head referee. As they pick up the flags, and now what's going to happen here?
Holding.
And holding call on the Horned Toads. And yet again, another penalty trumps the offensive movement for the Horned Toads.
Yeah, another touchdown taken away. I mean, shooting yourself in the foot. Still a great opportunity, great scoring opportunity here for Coalinga, but that's just not the thing that you want as a coach. Coach Jose P's just got to be just beside himself right now.
So they will go 1 receiver left, 3 right, 3rd and goal at the 12. Horned Toads trying to cash this one in right now. They trail 7-0 against Dos Palos High School. Julius Borjas, the tail back to the left of Noah, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Reed with the motion. Noah takes a shotgun snap looking. Noah throws down the middle, and it is incomplete. As Jaden Pena wanted a penalty marker there.
Yeah, he was open. He was open. Just a little bit in front of him.
And it is a 4th down situation for the Toads. And the Horned Toads will send out the field goal unit.
Wow. Something you don't see too often. You've got to have confidence in your kicker to kick a field goal at the high school level. And, where they're going to set that mark down. What are we looking about, a 34-yarder? Or?
Now the referees will talk now.
They're probably thinking they're not up on their average of penalty markers for the game, so they got to throw a few more to get to that average.
So right now, let's see what's going to happen here. It is a 4th down at the 12-yard line. It's just...
I think one of the refs is actually winded there.
Yeah.
Unless he got bumped, we didn't see, so.
So head referee talking with his teammate right now. 8:43 to go in the third quarter. 7-0, Dos Palos High School out in front. If you're just now joining us here in Coalinga, the lone score was a 38-yard strike from Earl O'Reilly, the 4th in that first half. And that's been the only scoring we've seen tonight. That's just been a very good defensive showdown between the Horned Toads and the Broncos, as the Horned Toads might want to trot out the field goal unit on any points is good points right now in the situation, especially in this low one right now. And especially Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez is a soccer player. Hey, he'll be playing soccer in the next couple of weeks. You're on this soccer pitch when it turns in from a football field into a soccer pitch.
Oh, I love it. You going with the pitch. You know your stuff, man.
Well,
going with the pitch.
Hey, when you call Fresno State women's soccer for 3 seasons, you know.
But can you do it with a UK accent?
I don't think I can do a UK accent.
Okay, then.
I'm too much of the California accent.
Okay. You would struggle. Did you ever gotten to see an episode at all of Ted Lasso?
I've seen some clips of Ted Lasso, actually.
Good show.
As this is going to be a 30-yard attempt right in the middle of the field, in between the hashes. Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez trying to get the Horned Toads on the board here. The snap, the hold, the kick. And the kick is going to be good.
Interesting that the officials don't go underneath the goalpost for that. They weren't even there.
And Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez gets the Horned Toads their first points of the evening. It's not a touchdown, but it is a field goal. Dos Palos High School leading by 4, 7-3 against Coalinga High School. We'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network.
Won't be the last.
8:37 remaining in the third quarter. Mike Walker, Brian Welch back with you here on the Toad Streaming Network as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez is able to swing his leg into the ball. End over end kick taken by, it is the Broncos with the return right now to the 30. It is Jesus Bond with the return. Spins out of a tackle, still going for it as he is brought down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School. A little bit of extracurriculars conversation between the Broncos and the Horned Toads. Hey, you know what? Probably comparing Butch's, the great restaurant up in Dos Palos, and Campus Drive-In here in Coalinga, right, Coach? Butch's has a good milkshake. I'm just saying right there.
You know your stuff. Are you a vanilla or chocolate kind of guy?
I'm a chocolate guy.
I'm vanilla all the way.
I'm chocolate or strawberry. You know what I mean? Like, got to mix it up.
You know what? It's over. We're breaking up. Strawberry. My brother Frank, who is a retired art teacher from the high school here, likes strawberry shakes. Just never understood that at all.
So 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School in their opening drive of the second half. Moving the ball left to right in your screen. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is Earl Riley in the shotgun with, it's going to be Jesus Tapia to the right side. Moving the ball left to right in your screen. Ibarra with the motion. Riley takes a high snap, hands it off to Tapia. Up the middle he goes, and Jesus Tapia is able to pick up the first down after finally being lassoed down to the ground by Dylan Texiera.
And Tapia, we saw him in the first half, and he was not there. And that was kind of an interesting run because I thought he had a beautiful gap straight up the field, and he decided to go to his left. I'm not a running back, so I can't be critical of that, but it looked like he had a lot of field in front of him, cut left and lost it. But, yeah, he's back in the backfield now, all 150 pounds. So
1st and 10 at midfield for the Broncos, moving left to right in your screen. As they are going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right. Riley will be in the shotgun with Tapia to his right side, moving left to right on your screen. 8:17 to go in the third quarter. Tapia with the carry. Up the gut he goes, and Grayson Redding's able to bring him down from behind. The freshman with the tackle right there. He had a quiet first half for the Horned Toads. It does pick up a couple on the play. 2nd and 8 for Dos Palos High School.
Yeah, 2nd and 8 now, and Dos Palos is looking like they're going to the ground. They want to keep that clock running, but that's not what's going to get them to win this or maintain this lead and win this ball game. You've got to spread it out a little bit. You're going to have to see some sort of a pass with 2nd and 8. We might be seeing that right now.
2nd and 8 at the 48, 7:42 and rolling in the third quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Tapia the tail back to the left of Riley, moving the ball left to right on your screen. Riley takes a snap, swings it out to Billy Scott to the left side. Scott shaking and baking, and Luke Woja is able to wrestle him out of bounds. Good play there by Luke, and it sets up a very interesting third down for the Broncos with 7:23 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, great anticipation on that right side by Woja. Picking it up there. Boy, you talk about a mouthful. Woja. Sister was volleyball and softball, I believe. I remember that name well, so.
As it is going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Broncos. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Tapia the tail back to the left, I should say, of Earl O'Reilly, the 4th, moving the ball left to right in your screen. 6:56 and rolling. Riley pressured, looking, throws down the field, and it is incomplete. Sails over the head of Jesus Bond on the coverage for the Horned Toads was Messiah Richard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for Dos Palos High School. We have a lot of people watching the game on their TV. Especially, yes. I know my friends Ricardo and Caitlin watching the game all the way in Clovis.
Yeah, this picture right here is my mother-in-law, which I don't like to talk about her too much, but Barbara Girl-Zanko, try and spell that one. But, yeah, she's watching the game down in Orange County, down near Anaheim, California. She's watching. So
Go Angels.
Yeah, it's kind of a pathetic little pumpkin on the table, though. What happened with that thing?
So 4th and 8 for DP.
Go Angels. That's brutal.
6:51 to go in the third quarter as 6-2 Ibarra will punt the ball away for the Broncos. Ibarra, rugby style to the right side. Good low end over end, taken by Texiera. Texiera breaks one tackle, still on his feet to the 20, 25, 30. Texiera tip and toe down the sideline. Dylan Texiera to the 40. He's 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He is in. Touchdown, Coalinga High School.
Wow.
Dylan Texiera takes it to the house.
Wow.
What a run right there by the senior on senior night. Horned Toads get on the board here in the third quarter.
So there you go. You've got your first lead of the game with 6.5 here in the third quarter, and you got to give it to the special teams. Tyson Alvarado earlier, right, returns that opening kickoff all the way down to the 25-30 yard line, and then Texiera returns that punt all the way in to pay dirt. So PAT, they'll be up 10-7. You talk about an emotional whirlwind in turnaround here tonight in Coalinga.
As it is going to be Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez who got the first scoring going for the Horned Toads with that 30-yard field goal attempt. As it is, Ernesto Villanueva lining up for the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick. And the kick will split the uprights, and the Horned Toads lead by 3. 10-7 against Dos Palos High School. And with 6:30 remaining in the third quarter, we'll step aside. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. Coalinga High School leads 10-7 against Dos Palos High School alongside with the coach, Mike Walker. I'm Brian Welch of the Toad Streaming Network, and what a return from Dylan Texiera right there, Coach.
Yeah, special teams. Tyson Alvarado got it done. Texiera got it done, and that's why they are in the lead right now.
As Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez has a low kick as it is taken by the hands team for Dos Palos, as it is going to be, it's Emery with the return. Emery running on the far side to the 40-45 as he is pushed out of bounds by Jaden Pena.
Wow.
A little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards, but 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School, and there is a penalty marker on the field.
All right, tally it, Brian. Come on, we got to get to 22.
Third one of the third quarter.
Usually a hole, block on the back or something maybe on that end.
So that is the 12th penalty in this game.
Yeah, even Coach Zubiri kind of notified us after that touchdown. He said, wait, there wasn't a penalty flag? And he was just being sarcastic because they just seem as if they have, maybe they're getting some sort of a payoff, a paycheck here when they do this kind of stuff. I have no idea. Commission. Personal foul. Chop block. Yep, blocking below the waist. So 15 yards. Move that back now.
As it is on the Broncos, 6:19 to go in the third quarter, 10-7. Horned Toads out in front against Dos Palos. And you just look at the drive and tenacity of this Horned Toad squad, able to say, hey, you know what? We're battle through adversity. And it's been special teams that's been keeping the Horned Toads in this ballgame, Coach.
Yeah, definitely. And if you said how many times have they had a punch tonight? Was it 4 or 5 times?
Four times that first half.
Yeah, and to be down 0-7 at half, all of those things were, situations where they're going to have to overcome emotionally, and the special teams have gotten it done. That's the shot of adrenaline they need right now at this moment with this 10-7 lead.
7th drive of the evening for Dos Palos High School, moving the ball left to right in your screen. They will go 3-by-1, 3 receivers left, 1 right, as Jesus Tapia will be the tailback to the left of Earl O'Reilly the 4th. Riley takes the snap, unleashes it down the near sideline as it is overthrown. 10 wide receivers to cause Jones, as it was J.D. Reed on the coverage for the Horned Toads. Little 3-on-3 right there. Number 3 taking on number 3 right there. But, Jones has been one of the best players for Dos Palos High School this season, but he's had a quiet night so far here in Coalinga.
Yeah, and he was open, but the pass was just too long. So he was open, but, yeah, if the pass isn't there, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, I haven't seen him too much this evening, and I'm assuming on film that was the threat they were worried about. But Toad defense, J.D. Reed, like you said, 3-and-3, quieting him down a lot.
So 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right, as it is going to be Tapia, the tailback, to the left side of Earl O'Reilly the 4th. Riley the 4th barking some orders right now. Horned Toads trying to get off the field here. 6:12 to go in the third quarter. 10-7. Horned Toads leading Dos Palos. Riley motions Tapia. Riley takes the snap, looking pressured, and the ball's on the carpet, and Dos Palos able to fall on it, but it was Grayson Redding able to get his paw onto the football, brings up a 3rd down for Dos Palos High School.
Wow. You're starting to see those mistakes now, and we talked about, executing properly, and that was not a very good move there by the quarterback from Dos Palos. Ball down on the turf, which brings up a big 3rd and 13 now, Brian.
3rd and 13 for the Broncos, moving left to right on your screen. 5:41 and rolling in the third quarter. 10-7, Horned Toads leading as they are going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right. Horned Toads chanting defense on the home sideline. Riley takes a shotgun snap, pressured, screen pass, dumps it off to Tapia, and the Horned Toads defense able to wrap him up behind the line of scrimmage. Grayson Redding able to bring him down, and it brings up a 4th down for Dos Palos High School. 5:20 to go in the third quarter.
Wow. He read that like one of my kindergartners reading one of those really easy books. See quarterback, throw screen, make tackle, period. Yeah, great job there by Redding. Just a freshman. That's frightening. Just a freshman out there playing that kind of defense.
Just think what he'll be doing as a senior.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Shoe in for Player of the Year. Just saying.
Yeah.
As it is 6-2 a bar, ready to punt it away for Dos Palos. First time they have to punt it away in the second half. 4th time in total as a bar will get it away. Good bounce at the 45 to the 40. Rolls to the 35 and rolls to the 32 as it does take a Broncos bounce. 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School with 4:37 remaining in the third quarter. 10-7 is our score between Coalinga High School and Dos Palos High School. Second possession for the Horned Toads in the second half, moving the ball right to left on your screen. And that first possession for the Toads, Coach, was not the best one. It was a great start for the Horned Toads, especially with that great return on the kickoff from Tyson Alvarado, but the drive kind of fizzled out with the penalties and just go 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, they had an end goal from the 7-yard line there. I was sure they're going to punch it in, but like you said, too many mistakes, settled for a field goal. But then, Texera and Alvarado getting things done with special teams. So this is a big drive for the Toads. This could be a statement for them here this evening.
Horned Toads in a pistol look right now. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Noah takes a snap, hands it off to Borjas. Borjas trying to break 1 tackle, trying to shove off Tapia, but he's able to not get many yards on the play as it was a whole host of Bronco tacklers able to bring him down. It was Anthony Del Rio with the stop.
Yeah, there was literally 8 or 9 Broncos on that one right there. And that's Borjas. He hangs tough. It's going to take 8 or 9 to bring him down. A couple times he was caught up in a pile, but he would not go down. That time, not much of a choice with 9 on 1.
2nd and 13 for the Horned Toads, moving right to left on your screen. Ball placed at the 28-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the left of Noah Tazi, moving right to left on your screen. 10-7 is our score here in Coalinga. Noah claps his hands once, takes a snap, throws to the left side, complete to Pena, and Jaden Pena gets a couple of yards, brought down by Jesus Bond, gets back to the original line of scrimmage and brings up a 3rd and 8 late in this third quarter. 3:41 to go in quarter number 3. The Horned Toads trying to capitalize right now.
Yeah, 3.5 here to go. Interested to see what the Toads are thinking about on this play.
1 by 3, the Horned Toads will line up right now. 1 receiver on the near side, 3 on the far. Julius Borjas, the tailback to the left of Noah Tazi, moving right to left on your screen. 3rd and 8 at the 34-yard line. Noah claps his hands, throws to the right side, complete to J.D. Reed. J.D. Reed trying to shake and bake, and he's going to be wrestled down to the ground. Jesus Tapia able to bring him down for Dos Palos High School. Jesus Tapia, the leading tackler for the Broncos, with 59 this season, brings up a 4th down for Coalinga High School with under 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3, and the Horned Toads will have to punt yet again this evening, Coach.
5th time they've had to punt.
Yep.
That has obviously not happened at all this season. I don't even know how many times they've had to punt against Union. You were there for that. Were you there for Templeton? Not sure how many times they had to punt in those contests. But that was a drive that I thought was significant for Coalinga to get something done. But now defense will have to be locked in.
So Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez will punt the ball away for the Horned Toads, as it is Jaquez Jones back deep. Villanueva, good kick, end over end. Bounces to the 30-yard line, takes a Horned Toads bounce to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School, 2:17 to go in the third quarter. Dos Palos High School begins their 3rd drive of the evening here in Coalinga in the second half. And the Horned Toads defense looked really strong, especially in that last possession.
Yeah, you even could tell that the QB was a little bit pressured, a little bit nervous. He had that fumble on that last possession. So, and even that pass that he overthrew to the star receiver. So, yeah, a lot of things that he seems a little bit frazzled right now, and this is his opportunity to make up for that.
2:17 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Dos Palos High School, moving left to right on your screen, as it is going to be a new running back checking into the game, as it is going to be Franco with the carry, and he's going to go nowhere. Julius Borjas able to smell that play out. Big loss on the play for Dos Palos High School there, Coach. I mean, this defense, time and time again tonight, has looked really strong indeed.
Yeah. They've really stifled that running game of Dos Palos, and I'm assuming Dos Palos probably is a lot more effective on the ground, which opens up their passing game. But, man, just a stealth interior line defensively for the Toads.
1:45 and rolling in the third quarter here in Coalinga. 10-7, Horned Toads lead the Broncos of Dos Palos High School. The Broncos on their third possession of this second half, trying to capitalize right now. 2nd and 13 for the Broncos. 2 receivers left, 2 right, as it is going to be Tapia, the tail back to the right. Low snap for Riley. Takes the snap, throws to the left side, complete the Bond. Bond shaking and baking as Luke Wojowoto is there to meet with him. Past the 30-yard line to the 32, and it moves the marker to a interesting third down for Dos Palos High School of 1:15 to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, it's what is that, looking like a long 4 or 5 yards to go at third down here?
Yeah. So the Broncos right now trying to convert on third down. 1 receiver left, 3 right. Riley in the shotgun with Bond. Actually, it will be Tapia to his right side. Broncos trying to convert on third down and 4. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter here in Coalinga. Riley takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Tapia. Up the gut he goes, and Tapia is going to go nowhere. Good job right there by the Horned Toads front line, able to bring him down. As it is a 4th down, as there was a whole host of Horned Toads tacklers bringing him down.
Yeah, you got to wonder what's going on now. 4th down and 2. You give up this possession, field positions right there for Coalinga. Offensively, they've been looking strong, so I'm not sure what the Broncos staff is thinking right now as this clock is looking close to the third quarter expiring right now.
Rob Calvert might go into the bag of tricks. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Broncos might run a play here. 4th and 4. Officially for the Broncos right now. 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. They'll let that one run out. Or actually, 0.6 and a penalty marker on the field. And what's going on here?
Don't worry about that. Get your tally mark down. That was another penalty. I bet there's more.
Wait, they just waved off the penalty.
So do they wait? I think.
Wait. There's a penalty at the 48-yard line. We're going to mark that down. If you're keeping track at home, that is already the 4th penalty in the third quarter. Already at 13 in the game.
I mean, we're literally going to have to get an abacus out and slide it along to figure out how many penalty flags we've had in this contest. But yeah, I was thinking that I think Dos Palos thought they could run the clock down, but then I believe delay a game was something that was going to be called on against the Broncos. So I'm not sure, though. Have we got an explanation?
No, we have not. 0.6 seconds remain in the third quarter. There's still 0.6 seconds to go. And what is going on now?
Yeah, this is just one of those interesting situations. It's kind of like being married when your wife goes shopping and you ask her what she bought and she can give you no explanation. So
I guess we'll take a quick commercial break. That is the end of the third quarter here in Coalinga, 10-7. Horned Toads lead. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. Ten to 7, Coalinga High School out in front against Dos Palos High School as we begin the fourth quarter here in Coalinga. I'm Brian Welch as Riley takes a shotgun snap for Dos Palos, rolls to the right. Earl Riley being chased, throws on the run as it is complete, finds a man at 6'2" Ibarra, and 6'2" Ibarra picks up the first down at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School of 11 seconds gone by in the fourth quarter there, Mike Walker.
I have to say this. We were talking about this beforehand. A 6'2" Ibarra, he's 6'1".
Well, that's true.
Yeah. It's a play on words. It's a lame dad joke. So, yeah, 6'2" Ibarra is 6'1", not 6'2". Just he might grow an inch, though.
That's true.
Be appropriate.
So 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for Dos Palos High School, moving the ball right to left on your screen as both teams trade sides. 3 receivers left, 1 right, as it is Riley in the shotgun with his teammate Tapia. Riley takes the snap looking. Riley pressured. Riley running left. Riley trying to find somebody. Riley going to the keeper to the 45 to the 40, and he's still going.
He's got a first down there, I believe, if they mark it at another penalty
flag. And a
flag.
penalty marker flies in. The first one of the fourth quarter, 13 so far. And the chippiness begins the fourth quarter. 3 quarters was good. Very on both sides, keeping it very tame, but right now they get the first penalty of the fourth quarter. This might be an unsportsmanlike conduct, but we shall see. 11:34 to go in regulation.
It looks as though DP's looking like they were going to be walking back, but I'm not sure about that. But, Riley did a little high step there, and then he brought his head down. So what's the call there, Brian?
Personal foul.
Oh, wow. So maybe unsportsmanlike or something that Riley did as he went into that crowd there. I'm not sure. He lowered his head and he took on the tacklers. So big error for the Broncos.
As Dos Palos High School will have the ball at the Horned Toads 43-yard line, moving right to left on your screen. 11:34 to go in regulation. 10-7 is our score between Coalinga High School and Dos Palos High School. Mike Walker, Brian Welch with you here on the Toad Streaming Network. If you're just now joining us here in Coalinga, the scoring began in that third quarter, especially with that punt return from Dylan Texiera, as the Horned Toads look really strong indeed. It's been the defense that's kept the Horned Toads in this game, Coach.
Yeah, definitely the defense. Well, special teams.
As
right?
well, yeah.
Yeah, special teams big time. Both those scores, one directly touchdown, and the other one led to a touchdown.
So 1st and 17, 1 receiver left, 3 right, Tapia the tailback to the right of Riley, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Riley takes a shotgun snap, looking. Has time. Is trying to escape to the right. Hold a flag on the play. Looking, throws to the right side as it is incomplete, as the intended target was Jesus Tapia. And you and I just said that right there. It's
you literally said Hull. You were going to holding.
Well, I didn't want to presume. I didn't want to jump the gun, so to speak.
You were correct. The official just confirmed. You are correct. And how many penalties does that bring us down?
That makes us at 13. We're at 15 right now, if you're keeping track at home, as that is 11:10 to go in the fourth quarter, I should say. Horned Toads right now trying to keep this Broncos offense from scoring here. Horned Toads got their scoring going with a 30-yard field goal attempt from Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez, and then it was a big return from Dylan Texiera that might definitely be our play of the game. Make sure to check out my Twitter page to find out more about that later tonight. But the Horned Toads right now, defensively looking really strong. It's been the defense and the special teams that's been fun to watch there, Mike Walker.
Oh, yeah. You look at 1st and 27. Talk about being in a hole. I just like the way they're containing the quarterback for Dos Palos right now. Defensively, that interior line is looking great.
1 receiver left, 3 right, Tapia with the motion. Riley takes a shotgun snap. Riley with the keeper. Riley past the 40-yard line. Riley to the 45, stutter steps, and Riley will be chased down by Messiah Richards as he does get almost to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12 for Dos Palos.
Yeah, interesting run. He's an explosive runner, but hesitates a bit when traffic comes his way. But, yeah, great run there. I thought he was going to pick up closer to even all the way down to the first down marker, but went down. And you know what? There are no penalty flags after that play, so that's nice. So
we're going to say 2nd down and 12 at the 46-yard line, moving right to left on your screen. 10-7 is our score between Coalinga High School and Dos Palos High School. 1 receiver left, 3 right. Riley will be in the gun. With Tapia to his right side, moving right to left on your screen. 10:25 and rolling in regulation. Riley takes the snap, rolls right. Riley looking, throws down the far side, wide open to Jones. He's the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in. Jaquez Jones with the score.
Yeah.
A 40. It's actually
Dylan Texiera took a tumble there, and that's where the receiver was left wide open.
It is a 53-yard strike. 2nd touchdown of the night for Dos Palos High School. Wow.
Yeah. So, defensively giving up a couple big plays. That one wasn't so much a mental error, just a trip up on the cornerback side. So, yeah, wide open there. And the PAT, kind of a big PAT here to put him up by 4.
As it is going to be Jesus Spawn handling the PAT for Dos Palos High School on the north end side of Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl. Horned Toads faithful, not happy about what has transpired here on this drive. Horned Toads trying to block it. The punt, the kick, and it is going to sneak through the right upright. And Dos Palos High School leads by 4, 14-10 against Coalinga High School. 10-10 remaining in regulation. We'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. Fourteen to 10, Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School as the Horned Toads take the return. Dylan Texiera to the 15, to the 20, 25, he's to the 30. Dylan Texiera breaks free, down the 45, 50, and Dylan Texiera picks a great return as Jesus Tapia brings him down. A little bit of extracurriculars after the play, but a great return there by Dylan Texiera. 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School inside Dos Palos territory.
Squib kick? I don't know what to do. It's just like he's up down the sidelines right there, all the way down now on Dos Palos' side of the field. So sometimes the worst thing they can do is score because they got to kick off to the Toads again, and they're just looking powerful on that return game.
So right now the Horned Toads begin their 3rd drive of the second half. And right now the Horned Toads have had the opportunities to get the ball down the field, but it's been the mistakes that have haunted them so far this evening, Coach.
Yeah, exactly.
So they'll be 1st and 10 at the DP 45-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Noah will be in the shotgun. Pena with the motion. Pena with the swing pass. Pena trying to shake and bake, and Pena is going to go nowhere. Brought down from behind by Billy Scott for Dos Palos. 2nd and 10 for Coalinga High School of 9:50 and rolling in regulation.
Nice job by Scott on that tackle there. Open field. Didn't fall for that juke and brought the runner down.
So 2nd and 10 for the Horned Toads, moving left to right on your screen this 4th quarter. 9:36 and rolling in regulation. 14-10 is our score between Dos Palos High School and Coalinga High School. As it is going to be Julius Borjas, the tailback to the right of Noah Tazi, moving left to right on your screen. Ball placed near that far hash at the 45 of Dos Palos. Horned Toads trying to capitalize right now as they trail by 4, 14-10. And a penalty marker before the snap, and that's the 3rd one of the 4th quarter, and that is a delay of game on the Horned Toads out back them at 5 yards. So instead of 2nd and 10, it's 2nd and 15.
I was going to ask you something, a little sidebar here. Do you like tamales?
I love tamales.
Okay, well, I tell you what, tamales sounds like Lolly, and that would be Lolly Maciel making tamales. Fundraiser for Coalinga girls basketball. You got to get yourself some. November 23rd is the pickup date, Brian. You better order some. So,
well, who do I give the money to?
Lolly Tamale. That's who they go to.
So 2nd and 15 for the Horned Toads, moving left to right on your screen. 9:10 to go in regulation. Bronco show blitz. Noah takes the snap looking, throws to the right side as it is incomplete. As the intended target was Jaden Pena. On the coverage was Jones for Dos Palos. So 3rd and 15 for Coalinga High School with 9:05 to go in regulation. You're behind the sticks right now, Coach. It's 3rd and 15. Do you still want to pass the ball right now this late in the game?
I love Coalinga's running attack. I really do love that running attack, and I think you can catch them off guard to do something, a misdirection with the running back going the other way. I love Borjas. I love the way he plays. I like the running game. And, maybe you call this 2-down territory right now and get a big pickup with a run here.
9:05 to go in regulation. 1 receiver left, 3 right. As it is going to be Julius Borjas, the tailback to Noah Tazi, left side, moving the ball left to right on your screen. 3rd and 15 at the 50. Noah throws, unleashes it to the near side as it is intercepted.
It is intercepted.
Jesus Tapia with the interception. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School. First turnover of the night, and it haunts the Horned Toads here with under 9 minutes to go in regulation.
Yeah, the pass was overthrown, and Tapia Olsen became a receiver. He pulled that thing like a hot tamale on Christmas. Amazing the way he got that one there. And another question about Lolly Maysail, she used to help spotting, Brian. I have no idea why she's dropped us.
I don't know either.
Yeah, so that'd be something we're going to have to check with her on. Used to always be by our side here giving us the numbers, and that's why I'm struggling tonight. I am. You're fine. You're doing great. You're a professional.
Thank you.
But, yeah, it's Lolly Tamale not here at our side helping us out spotting. But, yeah, great interception. Not a good pass, but a great interception. I'm surprised, with instant replay, did he have possession when he came down? But you can't do that at this point. But, yeah, right now, lock in, get this defense to stop, get the ball back. A lot of time for the Toads to do something here.
So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line for Dos Palos High School, moving the ball right to left on your screen. One receiver left, two right, as it is going to be Tapia, the tailback, to the left of Riley. Riley with the keeper. Riley running left as he is brought down by Nicholas Catuzzo for the Horned Toads. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for Dos Palos High School. 8:48 to go in regulation.
Yeah, move them back. Move them back. If Dos Palos probably think they want to run that clock, decent strategy, but you also can't go away from your game plan, go too conservatively, and you end up having to punt the ball to the Toads, and they'll get it at midfield. So good defense by the Toads.
2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line for Dos Palos High School. 8:28 to go in regulation. 14-10 is our score between Dos Palos High School and Coalinga High School. Broncos right now trying to capitalize right now as they lead by 4. As they are going to have one receiver left, two right. Tapia the tailback to the left side of Riley, and a timeout taken by Rob Calvert. And Dos Palos High School will take a timeout as well. 8:14 remaining in regulation. 14-10, Dos Palos High School out in front. I'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. $8:14 remaining in regulation. 14-10, Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School. 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line of Dos Palos. One receiver left, two right. Riley takes a shotgun snap, throws to the right side, complete to Ibarra. Ibarra shaking and baking. Jaden Pena is going to wrestle him down to the ground. And I know Rob Calvert wanted a penalty marker there. I mean, it looked blatant right there with the horse collar, but nobody saw a thing, right, Coach?
No, they've met their quota tonight. They don't need to throw anymore. Come on, that's enough. That's like getting too many tamales stuffed in your freezer. You just can't get it done. But yeah, tomorrow's a big day for us basketball-wise.
That's correct.
Our ladies are receiving their uniforms, varsity players, and Lolly Macy will be making a big speech, and she wants you to write that speech for her, Brian.
I'm honored.
Okay,
I'm honored.
Come up with something good.
Two receivers left, two right. Riley takes the snap, throws to the right side, complete to Ibarra, and Ibarra short of the first down marker. Good tackle there by Luke Wojawoda, and it does bring up a 4th down for the Broncos with under 8 minutes to go here in Coalinga, 7:24 to be exact. And it is a 4th down for Dos Palos High School. Rob Calvert's not been afraid to go into his bag of tricks tonight.
Yeah, he is not conservative at all. I mean, even right now, I was thinking it would be a terrible thing to go for it on 4th, but the guy's got me convinced he shoots from the hip, and he doesn't have that kind of fear. But obviously, it looks like they're in that punt formation, and some effective punting, a lot of turn and movement on those kicks, those Aussie-style kicks.
Well, just watch out because Ibarra is a very fast wide receiver, and he could probably put on the Jets and probably fake everybody out.
Fake it.
As Ibarra will punt the ball away, Dylan Texiera at his own 30-yard line. Ibarra will try to keep it. Will now punt it away, end over end kick. Bounces to the 30-yard line to the 29, and it takes a Dos Palos bounce. 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School at their own 29-yard line. 6:31 to go in regulation. 14-10, Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School. Mike Walker, Brian Welch with you here on the Toad Streaming Network. And this drive for the Horned Toads feels like a big one right now, Coach.
It's huge. And is that Is that going to be a new thing with Ibarra, a dual threat punter? Because he literally saw traffic and made a move as if he was going to run and still kicked it. So maybe that's going to be the thing in the next 10, 15 years will be these punters that you're not sure if they're going to run or kick or run and kick anyway. But, yeah, I didn't know what was going on in that punt.
So it is a 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. One receiver left, trips to the right. Noah will be in the shotgun with Julius Borjas to his right side. Noah takes a snap, rolls right, throws, pump fakes, I should say. Throws, completes to Andrew Garcia. Andrew Garcia will be pushed out of bounds by Jesus Tapia for the Horned Toads, and a good pickup there by Coalinga with 6:18 to go in regulation. And they do move the sticks, so 1st and 10 for Coalinga High School. Good spot there for the Horned Toads.
Oh, great spot. Yeah, great. I mean, I thought it was short, but that's good. That's what they need, you know. And that clock now, it was reset those chains. Clock starts down. They set it up. But this could be a big, big moment for Coalinga this season. This is the kind of thing that will make champions of this squad.
6 minutes remaining in regulation. 14-10. Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Barras the tail back to the left. Reed with the motion. Borjas up the gut. He goes in between the hashes. Julius Borjas picks up the first down, and the Horned Toads are inside Dos Palos territory. Big time pickup for the Horned Toads as Julius Borjas a little bit slow to get up there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's an upper injury, but he was hit really hard, very, very low near the knee area. So let's hope it's nothing like that. Hope it's just either a stinger or he's got the wind knocked out of him. Maybe that's it. Be a minor thing to worry about that he'd get back in the game. But it was a low, hard hit right at the leg. So let's hope that he's doing okay. Great run, just a great run, right up the middle, right up the gut. So, thoughts to Julius as he's there at the 45.
They're tending to his right leg. It might be a cramp.
Yeah, the way they're putting it back there, that's a cramp. You're not going to do that if it's a major knee injury.
That's Julius Borjas trying to get back in this game right now, but I mean a good run right there. That's the Horned Toads needed.
And I think they have needed to do that a lot more in this entire contest. And he's getting up. A round of applause for him as he gets up. But, even Tyson Alvarado can do the same thing. It's, we talked about with a 2 or 3-headed monster, but I think this is what you got to do. You just got to demoralize this DP defense at this point.
So 5:47 remaining in regulation. 14-10, Dos Palos High School out in front against Coalinga High School, but the Horned Toads are marching inside DP territory. Ball placed at the 47-yard line, and the Broncos moving left to right on your screen. Horned Toads right now trying to capitalize right now. 5:43 to go in regulation. 4-point ball game here in this West Sierra League Championship. 2 receivers left, 2 right. As it is, Julius Borjas, the tail back to the right of Noah Tazi, moving left to right on your screen at the 47-yard line. Texiera with the motion. Noah finds Texiera. Texiera double pass, throws to the near sideline, and it is going to be intercepted.
Is that his second interception? Yeah, he did pick off the other one earlier, I believe.
Dequez Jones with the interception. 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School, and the second turnover for the Horned Toads tonight.
Yeah, the inopportune thing about that was the middle linebacker read it. He was on the pitch and the pass. He knew it was coming. If that pressure was not there just for a second or two more, I think that's a completed pass, but it was rushed, and the turnover, Bronco ball. So still a lot of time, Brian. Still a lot of time. Defense is doing a great job, and they can do it again. 3 and out, get that punt, and get this thing done for the Toads.
So 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line for Dos Palos High School, moving the ball right to left on your screen. 5:19 to go in regulation, and this Horned Toad defense once again has to answer the call to force a 3 and out against DP. So 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line, moving right to left on your screen. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Tapia, the tailback to the left of Riley, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Horned Toads right now looking for a big stop. Motions is Ibarra. As it is going to be Tapia with the carry for the Broncos, brought down by a whole host of Horned Toad tacklers led by Cameron Morgan.
Yeah, great job by the defense. Just flushed that left side. And this is good, too. The clock is not the enemy. They got 3 full timeouts. They're just thinking they don't need to use those yet, under 5 minutes here. They're just, if this is what DP wants to do, go conservative ball, then the Toads are going to just put 8 in that box.
Under 5 minutes remaining in regulation. 2nd and 11 for Dos Palos, moving the ball right to left on your screen. 1 receiver left, 2 right, as it is Riley in the gun. Tapia to his right side. Jet sweep to Jesus Bond with the carry on the jet sweep, gets past the original line of scrimmage, does pick up round 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a second down. Excuse me, that was a gain of 2 on the play. So 3rd and 9 for Dos Palos High School, and yet again another third down situation right now, Coach.
Yeah, you talk about big play for both teams, right? Offensively for the Broncos, defensively for the Toads, because they've got them pinned back here, out of just short of that 15-yard line. This could be a big defensive stop here for Coalinga.
3rd and 11 at the 14-yard line, they're going to say right now. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Riley will be in the gun, motions the man of Tapia, takes a snap, looking, pressured, trying to elude it, runs left, and he is going to throw it into the dirt. Good job right there by the Horned Toads defense, able to track him down. Big time plays there for the Toads, as it was actually leading the charge there was Max Hernandez.
Okay, did you just look up my Max Preps
Well,
roster?
The thing is that Max Hernandez is not on our boards, but Max Hernandez multiple times tonight forcing Earl O'Reilly to make bad decisions with the football right there. 3:48 to go in regulation.
So are you saying thank you that I had the Max Preps for Max Hernandez?
Of course,
yes.
Of course. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. So it is a punt for the Broncos, second punt of the evening in the second half, 5th in total for DP. And the Horned Toads yet again get bailed out with the defense, and a penalty marker once again, the 4th one of the 4th quarter, 4 for 4.
How many we got total?
So we had 6 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third. So we have 13 so far, so we have a total of 17 right now in total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's pushing them back now. So this is really, you look, Texiera is going to return, right? Great return, man. Great field position. Ideal setup here for Coalinga.
So right now the Horned Toads trying to capitalize right now. Texiera, who took it all the way to the house earlier in this half, trying to play some magic right now. 6-2 Ibarra backs up deep in the end zone right now, ready to punt it away for the Broncos. Ibarra punts it away, and it's partially blocked by the Horned Toads, and it's taken by Billy Scott, and Billy Scott's going to try to run inside, and his lateral to is one of his linemen, and penalty markers all over the place.
Forward lateral.
And the Horned Toads have the ball in prime territory.
Oh, prime, more than prime, probably right about the 5-yard line. That'll go half the distance to the goal line with that forward lateral as well. Yeah. In the moment, you really don't know what to do sometimes as a player, but I don't think that was the right thing to do.
Jaden Pena put his mitts on the football, and the Horned Toads are in prime territory right now. 3:34 to go in regulation, and the Horned Toads are hungry for an opportunity to take the lead away as they trail by 4, 14-10 against Dos Palos High School.
Did you tally that down?
That's true. Oh, my apologies. 5th penalty in the 4th quarter.
Okay. So we're up to 18 now?
That is
Vegas had the over-under at like 22, so I hope you went with the under.
So it is a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line right now. Horned Toads hungry to punch this one in. 3:34 to go in regulation. 14-10, Dos Palos High School out in front. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Julius Borjas, the tail back to the left of Noah. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line on the far hash. Noah claps his hands it off to Borjas, trudges forward, and the rugby scrum begins.
Oh, yeah, I know.
As no gain on the play. The leading tackler there for Dos Palos High School is Justin Hurd, the sophomore who came into tonight's game with 39 tackles on the season. 2nd and goal for the Horned Toads, a 3:16 and rolling in regulation.
You want that clock to roll. Let that clock roll. Let that clock roll.
Would you want that clock to go under 3 minutes?
Oh, definitely. I'd let that thing go all the way. I'm confident that I'm going to score a touchdown if I'm Coach Pease. So that clock, we want the clock to be the enemy of our opponent. You don't want to give DP any extra. Not that DP has been doing that much on offense, though.
So it is 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Borjas the tail back to the left of Noah. Noah takes a shotgun snap. Keeper to the left side. Noah runs in. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Coalinga High School. 4-yard run from Noah Tazi, and the Horned Toads take the lead away. 16-14, pending the PAT in regulation.
So we talked about special teams. It's been a special team night.
As that drive was set up perfectly with a blocked punt, as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez ready to
tack 3, one more on here in regulation. And the kick.
You got it.
Splits the uprights. And the Horned Toads lead by 3, 17-14 against Dos Palos High School. 2:43 to go in regulation. We'll be right back after this. We got a good one brewing here in Coalinga. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. (17-14), Coalinga High School out in front against Dos Palos High School. 2:43 to go in regulation. He's Mike Walker. I'm Brian Welch. That Horned Toads offensive drive was a 4-yard touchdown from Noah Tazi's. The Horned Toads once again climb back out in front by 3. And this is probably the most important defensive series all night long for the Toads, right, Coach?
Oh, yeah, as it is the most important offensive series for the Broncos.
So Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez swings his right leg on the football, end over end kick. As a whistle and a penalty marker before the kickoff.
Tally.
Penalty marker number 6 of quarter number 4.
And that was kicked out of bounds, so it's actually an advantage because that would have been spotted, 35?
35, yes, sir.
Yeah, just another comment. A former coach, Tommy Rico, talking about how absolutely amazing you are, Brian.
Thank you. Well, I mean, former broadcast partner.
He's been up in the booth.
Yeah, he has. He has.
Well, if he's, hey Tommy, are you chomping for a CIF playoff game? It's all yours. Tonight, I'll tell you what I got, folks. A little miniature Snickers bar. That was my payment this evening. So take that, jealous people. Come on, Tommy. I'll get you a king size if you come on up in the booth.
Oh, my word.
I mean, we're assuming it's a top 3, 2, 1 seed. It's going to be a home game, right?
We will talk about that a little bit in the Horned Toads postgame show. We still have a lot of football left here with 2:43 to go in regulation as Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez will have the ball on the tee, kicking it off left to right on your screen. As Ernesto Villanueva Rodriguez swings his right leg into the ball, end over end kick as it is taken by the Broncos. Running towards it is going to be Billy Scott. Billy Scott still running forward as he does pick up some yardage on the play. It was actually Jesus Bond with the return. So 1st and 10 for Dos Palos High School at the 40-yard line as they begin their 5th possession of the second half.
Yeah, when I hear the name Tommy Rico, I got to bring up his daughter, Sophia, plays ball for us, just a freshman. She'll, be making her debut on JV. But we have something called the Purple and Blue Scrimmage next week on Saturday at 5 p.m. She'll be playing at a varsity level for us. So she's got a lot of potential, great athlete, great individual. So looking forward to see her grow as an athlete here her freshman year.
And the Horned Toads faithful is getting loud right now. Jose Pease telling everybody to get loud. 3 receivers left, 1 right. 1st and 10 at the 40. Riley takes a shotgun snap looking. Riley throws over the middle as it's caught by Jones. Jones speeding to the 40-yard line. Jones to the 35, 30, 25, and he's going to be brought down by J.D. Reed and Jaquez. Jones silences the Horned Toad crowd right there. Under 3 minutes to go in regulation.
That was exactly what you did not want to have happen. And he's got some speed behind him. And that is so frustrating from a defensive standpoint. Very exciting for the Broncos, but not for the Toads. Big pickup.
So 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line for DP with 2:20 enrolling in regulation. 17-14 is our score. Coalinga High School out in front against Dos Palos High School. And the Broncos right now chomping at the bit right now. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Top of the tailback to the left of Riley, moving the ball right to left on your screen. Riley takes a shotgun snap. Riley looking, throws a dart down the middle, and it is almost caught, bobbled by Bond. And it is 2nd down and 10 at the 23-yard line right now for DP.
That was a pass.
That was pretty good.
I think it was too good. I think the receiver didn't even realize we could get there. But, it would have been an amazing catch. It wasn't like it was an easy pickup for a catch. But, that was quite a pass. That was a dart just thrown right there at the goal line, and that would have been a dagger for the Horned Toads. So
Broncos hurrying up right now. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Top of the tail back to the left of Riley. Tapia with the motion. Riley takes a snap. Will keep it himself. Riley shaking and baking, and Riley will bounce off a Horned Toads defender, and he's finally brought down by Juan Ramirez. And it does bring up a third down for Dos Palos. 148 and rolling, 17-14. Coalinga High School out in front against Dos Palos High School.
Yeah, with 3rd and 6, 3rd and 6, you're not sure. Does DP even have a kicker? I'm not even sure if they have much of a kicker. They want pay dirt. They don't want to have to try and even settle for a tie and a field goal here. They're looking for a first down and a touchdown. 3rd down.
3-by-1, the Broncos will line up. Riley takes a shotgun snap. Looking, Riley has time, throws down the middle. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. Jaden Pena with the pick.
Wow. Wow.
And the Horned Toad faithful at Chuck Gart Memorial Bowl going ballistic. 1:18 to go in regulation. And Jaden Pena was there the whole entire night. And Jaden Pena can call checkmate against the Broncos.
Yeah. I mean, Riley was picking them apart, and he had a couple open receivers, but that receiver was not the receiver he wanted to get it to. Number 7, Jaden Pena.
1:18 remaining in regulation. Horned Toads just need to get one first down, and they can call it here as Tyson Alvarado will sprint in as he'll be a wide receiver. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Julius Borjas, the tail back to the left of Noah. Low snap, hands it off to Borjas. Borjas up the gut, he goes. And Julius Borjas able to pick up some yards.
Brian, we were looking for an exciting game, and we got it, right? I mean, it was just what a great game. It is, I guess mathematically it's not over, but it feels like it is. It's just, that interception right there just closed out an undefeated WSL championship, hopefully for the Toads here. And, now looking forward to what happens with CIF. I'm not sure when those seedings come out, if that's tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow at 1, probably, 1 or 2.
Tomorrow, 1 or 2. So that's always a fun thing for coaches to get the team together, maybe have a little bit of a lunch or a meal together and see what happens with those seedings. But nonetheless, Riley threw some wonderful passes, but if you're going to pick a bad time to pick a bad pass, that was the chosen moment. And sorry for him, right? But not the Toads don't feel that way. They're elated and exalted here with that great pickoff by Pena.
72 seconds remain here in Coalinga.
Ooh, your math is good. You took that 60 plus 12 and got to 72.
Yeah, of course. Whew, of course.
Amazing. Ladies, he's good at math. He's got a great voice. He is available. The next episode of The Bachelor, broadcasters only, right?
Oh, my gosh. Well, the Horned Toads right now will jog out after that timeout taken by Rob Calvert. It was a 1-point loss last year in DP as Coalinga High School fell 21-20.
Wow.
The Horned Toads played a very tough one tonight.
Yeah, this is good, Brian. This is something that's going to test them as they enter CIF.
They are going to go 2 receivers left, 2 right. Warhas the tailback to the left of Noah. Noah claps his hands and movement before the snap. And a penalty marker on Dos Palos High School.
So we'll make that 2nd and 2. Yeah, back to a contest like this is something that you build from. They would say iron sharpens iron. The heat of the fire purifies you. And this is a good contest for them, being down 7-0, that deficit. This is the kind of thing you build upon as a program, as a team, looking for not only league titles, but hopefully a Valley title.
So right now, 2nd and 1 for the Horned Toads. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Noah in the shotgun. Fakes actually will be a motion to Garcia. Borjas up the gut. He goes. And Julius Borjas pushing the rugby scrum forward. No gain on the play. They're going to say, hold, he did pick up the first down. And the Horned Toads can start celebrating in Coalinga.
It's academic. Get in that victory formation. Boy, you can hear the booth shake. You can feel the booth shaking. And we were joking about an earthquake. I know Mr. Welch and I were talking about that. It kind of feels like one.
Yeah.
When did they have an inspection done on this thing last? I'm not sure. Some guys down there with thumbtacks beneath us on 2x4s.
50 seconds remain here in Coalinga. The Horned Toads have done it.
Great game, Brian. Great game. Glad to be here with you.
As Noah Tazi will take the snap and take a knee. And will do it here in Coalinga. Listen to this Horned Toad crowd roar.
Yeah, Brian, just kind of talking about what Billy Redding was saying to me earlier today about execution, right? You see the opposite from Dos Palos, a lack of execution offensively in the end, just that interception. I do think that, Dos Palos had a great shot at taking the lead or tying with a field goal, and that's the kind of way the ball bounces in football, though. It's those kind of errors, unforced and forced, that turn a ball game around. You're seeing the Toads now undefeated. Just what a season it's been for them.
It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty tonight. Coalinga High School atop the West Sierra League Mountain all by themselves. They defeat Dos Palos High School 17-14, and your Horned Toads are West Sierra League champions for the first time since 2022.
That was pretty poetic there. It wasn't pretty, but it was gritty.
That's right.
Wow.
Horned Toads get the job done against Dos Palos High School. Stay tuned for the Horned Toads postgame show. We'll have that right now, right after this. But your Horned Toads are WSL champions after defeating Dos Palos High School 17-14 here in Coalinga. We'll be right back after this. This is Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network. Post-game show here in Coalinga as Coalinga High School defeats Dos Palos High School 17-14, and your Horned Toads are 10-0 overall, 5-0 in West Sierra League play, and the Horned Toads are West Sierra League champions for the first time since 2022 as they defeat Dos Palos High School by 3, 17-14. My name is Brian Welch, alongside the coach Mike Walker. We'd like to welcome you to the Horned Toads post-game show here in Coalinga. And what a game to finish out the regular season, Coach. I mean, we had everything from the highest of highs and the lowest of lows tonight.
Yeah. I mean, literally the highest of highs and lowest of lows. And luckily, the note that they ended on was the highest of highs, right, with the interception by Pena. But, yeah, just great special teams plays. And let's not forget the block punt down on this side. I mean, that led to the victorious thing for the Toads there. I mean, that block punt was huge. And then, of course, the two scampers down the sideline, kickoff return, punt return. Those are things that make a full-rounded, well-rounded team. Holistically, they had everything covered. I mean, there were portions of the evening where they weren't not looking good. They were looking stagnant, but able to find that spark in other forms, throughout this game. So, yeah, a huge, huge victory, something that they can just build upon as they head into that CIF seedings, which I know you're going to talk about. You have a lot more knowledge and information than I would. But, really, really exciting game. And you know what is from a play-by-play commentating standpoint, we enjoy this a lot more than those blowouts. I mean, I know the coaches want to blow out, but for us, that was a lot of fun, something to enjoy. So, yeah, going to be fun to watch this postseason play after this league title tonight.
Coalinga High School takes care of business against Dos Palos High School 17-14 here on the Horned Toads postgame show. And, I mean, we'll talk about the postseason a little bit later on, but let's pick our offensive defensive player of the game. On the offensive side, I believe we just give it to the spark that started the second half.
Of course.
And who would that be?
That would be Texiera. Yep.
Dylan Texiera is our offensive player of the game.
Definitely.
And on the defensive player of the game, we did pick one player, but I'm going to pick two.
Okay.
Julius Borjas, those 3 sacks in the first half. Definitely. Really impressive performance that put Riley in uncomfortable positions. But also you got to give it to somebody who said checkmate at the end of the game, Jaden Pena, with the interception.
Yeah.
Without the interception, who knows how the game would have gone.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. I'm not saying that it was pay dirt for Dos Palos in that situation. They were moving the ball well, passing. And so you're assuming they're going to go into pay dirt with a pass. And that was their assumption. But, yeah, Pena was there. Therefore, he gets that co-MVP. But yeah, Borjas, wow, coming off that left end, that left side. I feel like Riley was dominating, moving out of the pocket, gaining 10 to 15 yards, coming off of his passes when he could not pass. And then knowing number 23 was there, he was aware of that. It was a threat, and it contained him. So yeah, great votes, great MVPs on both sides of the ball for the Toads. So great game.
As the Horned Toads will be in playoffs next week, we do not know who they'll be playing, which seed they will be in. Hopefully they'll be in Division 4. Hopefully with this win tonight, I know it was not a pretty win. It was a 3-point win against Dos Palos. Probably the Horned Toads get that 2 seed. You know what? There's a lot of great teams. I know everyone was talking about what would happen between the Emmanuel-Exeter game. Also, Chowchilla is pretty good right now, and also Shafter's a really good squad. I know the guys down in Kern County might have something to say in the postseason, but where do you think the Horned Toads will line up in the seeding-wise tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m.?
Well, no offense to the CIF Central organization, but sometimes I swear to you, Brian, they just roll die and they have names of teams on it. Whenever it falls up, they go, we'll put him here and put it. I mean, I just saw what happened in girls volleyball. I kind of paid close attention to that as our volleyball team's making a great run.
Kern County on Tuesday night at 5 p.m.
Kern Valley High and Lake Isabella there. So it's just, you never know, honestly, mathematically, if you're going to make it objective thing, you would think a top 1-2 seed possibly, but then sometimes they're pushed up, they're pushed down, they're pushed all around. You don't have an idea. So I really could not give you a clear answer without looking like a hypocrite. But if they're not getting a top 2 seed, top 3, I would just be baffled at that. What are your thoughts?
You know what? Hey, if you get a top 2 seed, I think the team will be happy. I know you want to get that 1 seed to control your own destiny and have the Division 4 playoffs run it through Coalinga like the boys basketball team had in the spring. You know what? Hey, if you're in that top 4 spot in playoffs, you can control the table, especially have multiple home games at home. Exactly. It's actually, Jake Zuberi just said Exeter did beat Emmanuel. So, you know what? That might be caution thrown to the wind. I mean, hopefully the CIF doesn't roll the dice with how the teams, hopefully they don't get snake eyes.
Yep.
But the thing is, it's just like, you got to look at this team. The top 4 could be set right now tonight. I would say Coalinga would be in that 2 seed right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I know that we're just guessing on that, but I mean, hey, you know what? Find out at 2 p.m. tomorrow. You can go to the CIF Central Section website to find out the information. And I know next week that will be a home game possibly for the Toads, but I mean, they might boom up to Division 3, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean, with the CIF Central Section, you expect anything, right, Coach?
No, it is like I said. I saw the same thing in volleyball teams that should have been moved up. One of the things I've talked about with a lot of coaches, Brian, seriously, and I really agree with this. If you're going to be moved up because of your dominance in your base division, if you're a smaller school having to move up against schools that are being moved down from upper divisions, you've got to be given a 1, 2, 3 seed. It's got to be a guarantee. Otherwise, it's not fair. I saw it happen to Union in volleyball, got moved up as a base 5, moved up to 4 as a 10 seed. You know, you're not rewarding good behavior. You're punishing that. So there's got to be something and I'm talking about basketball coaches, Central Valley Y, that I've spoken to, said, hey, if you're going to move me up, I'm fine with that, but you better give me an opportunity to have a home game because we've had a successful season. Don't punish me going against a team that has 3,000 students when I'm sitting here with 1,100 students. So I'm speaking that passionately from a basketball perspective. I'm sure Jose Pease feels the same way. Yeah, that would be the worst case scenario. Hopefully they're rewarded with a good 1, 2, 3 seed at the D4 level. But otherwise, yeah, if something else happens, it leaves a sour taste in one's mouth. But like I said, neither here nor there. We don't know. And tomorrow at 2 p.m. we will figure that out.
And also McLean, who beat Hoover High School tonight. Also today, I also forgot about McLean. So McLean will be in that top 4 because Coach Bencotti's done a great job with that team in the North Yosemite League. So you know what? Expect, and Shafter finishes 9-1.
This is all coming from Coach Jake Zuberi. We need to get him up here.
You know, if Mr. Zuberi can come up here, I mean, this would be fun. I mean, next week, hopefully we will have the broadcast for you next week. We will let you know on the football Instagram page. Hopefully that'll be our next broadcast here on the Toad Streaming Network.
Coach lives in Fresno. It's not that long. Come on, he can make it out here.
Well, hey, right? I'm going to be driving out. We can carpool.
There we go. It's perfect. Hey, Jake, he's going to bring you. But I want you to understand, Jake, you're going to get a little tiny Snickers bar. And sometimes he'll get you a packet of Chick-fil-A, sauce.
I've not done that yet for you.
I know. He still owes me that.
Oh,
I am a bit resentful. So.
Oh, my word. But, hey, it's always a pleasure doing these games with you, Coach. And, hey, have fun tomorrow with the team dinner and also the jersey handing out. Girls basketball season right around the corner. When is that first game of the season for your team?
We're looking at the Friday, October 22nd. We've got Arosi, Coach Mark Serta. Love the guy to death. He's coming to town. Great post player who's a junior now. Great one guard who's also a junior. So it'll be tough to defend them. That'll be our first game. And we are honoring each year. We've got blue and purple honoring some people that have come down with cancer. It would be Jalen Bordeaux's uncle. They call him Nugget, battling stomach cancer. So his color is blue. He's a Dos Palos graduate. He was probably here tonight. So we're going to wear blue because that's the color he loves. That's his alma mater. So we will wear blue in honor of him, and we'll be honoring him at that game on the 22nd of November, Friday night. So everybody come on out and wear some blue.
Well, that's good to hear. For everyone here who's put this broadcast together, from the interim superintendent of the Coalinga Huron Unified School District, it's Johnny Garza. Principal of Coalinga High School is Sheila Diaz. Athletic director of Coalinga High School is Emily McFarland. I'd like to say special thanks to our camera guy tonight, Richard Welch, with his classic wave to the camera right now.
There we go.
He's Mike Walker. I'm Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Repeating the final score from Chuck Garton Memorial Bowl in Coalinga. Coalinga High School is atop the West Sierra League Mountain as they defeat Dos Palos High School 17-14. As your Horned Toads are 10-0 in regular season play. We'll see you next week for playoffs. Thank you so much for listening and watching Horned Toad Football on the Toad Streaming Network.